Hello, folks. I gotta cool it down in here. It's hot. Yeah, freeze this place out a little bit. How are you guys doing this morning? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Ryan. What's going on, bud? Carolyn, how you doing? CJ, blinded. VJ, CJ, VJ, ZJ. If you have to ask, big boy, you can't afford it. What's going on? Hey, Kelly, how are you? Tam, hey, how you doing? Tatted, what's going on? Tatted, I think y'all might be in trouble today. I do. The Bears are playing on fire. They are playing on fire today. Yeah, lately. God, they're playing. And y'all did not look good last week. I need new glasses. Yeah, Tatted's a Packers fan, looks like. I mean, she sent this, so. Or he sent this. Actually, I have no idea. Tatted is a he or she? I have no idea. Tatted, are you a he or she? I have no idea. I just realized I just. He, she, or something in between. Don't matter. I just did not know. I just realized I just made a comment and did not know. Hey, Taurus. I really should go through my folks and be like, all right, everybody give me their pronouns so I know what to call people. He, sorry, Tatted. I said she to begin with. Thank you. Yes, he is a Packers fan. I'm sorry, Tatted. I apologize. I do apologize. I try to really be good with I really try to speak it like gender neutral terms because I don't know because of because for the most part I just see your guys' screen names, so I don't know. So I try to be very gender neutral when I'm talking about it, like generally. And every once in a while, I make a slip up, and then I have to like correct myself. So I apologize. Going to Reddit right now. Thanks, Ted. Let's get him canceled right now. Let's just that first thing this morning. Let's cancel the shit out of him. Hey Tracy, hey lady. Yeah, cancel me immediately. No, Ted, just for my mistake, I hope the Pack wins today. I do. I will say about the Packers. Like I think Jordan Love gets a lot more shit than he should. Honestly. Chester, y'all had a real good game. Oh my goodness. I have a little bit of a headache today. I'm not gonna lie. I tried that I was out watching the Oklahoma Alabama game last night. And I had seen that like Lalo tequila. It's called like Lalo or something. And I tried it. It's delicious. It is absolutely delicious. However, I am feeling it this morning. Yes, I do have that. Here we go again. Except for it wasn't a brown one. It was definitely a very clear bottle. I was just watching the game, enjoying my evening. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to wear a hat today. It's kind of hurting my head. I might just let the hair flow today. I don't know what you guys like the shirt. I actually haven't worn it. This is the first time wearing it. Actually, I realize I really should. Like, I don't know, wear some nicer clothes every once in a while. I don't know. It's giving dad vibes. Well, I am a dad, so that's totally fine. It was not a gift, however, it was picked out by somebody. So, how you like them Epstein files? I wish I knew. Yeah, Ramon, where were you at yesterday? Okay. You look like you should have dad jeans and New Balances. Here's the thing. I'm getting all the dad comments. I'm not sure if they're in a good way or a bad way. That's what's strange. I'm hearing all the dad comments. I see them. Okay. But I don't know whether you guys are saying it like you look like you're in dad mode, but like it's good looking, or you look like you're in dad mode. You should stop immediately. Like, shouldn't you be somewhere like cutting grass or like smoking something with like tall white socks and New Balances and jorts? Or maybe that's both. Maybe that's what y'all are into. Maybe that's what it is. Tamsin said, at least wearing this, I actually look like I'm at least 30. Tam's like, at least you finally look, close to your age with that thing on. I'm 59 and I have that shirt. I don't know if you sent that as a compliment or not, but I would tell you it does not feel like one. Yeah, my hair's all this off because I just took my hat off. Ari, if Ari brings me my brush, I can fix it. I could put my hat back on. I can pass her over 30 now. That's good. All right, let's set this thing all up. Get this thing going. Giving off some Kirk Cousins and Coles vibes. Okay, well, I did not get this at Coles. All right. The Kirk Cousins, are we talking Kirk Cousins like in the Supercuts commercials or Kurt's like Kirko Chains like after they win? Like which Kirk Cousins are we talking about? Wrong one. Wrong brush.
You should have told me which one. Be specific.
The other one.
Pink one?
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say.
I need my other brush too. This one's not going to work for everything. Yeah, I need to know which Kirk Cousins we're talking about. If you're going to say I look like Kirk Cousins. Do I have a fanny pack? See, these are the type of questions we need. Do I have a fanny pack? Yes. Not only do I have a fanny pack, I have multiples. I have multiple fanny packs. I actually have some really nice ones too. I could actually talk to you about my fanny packs for a while. Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. I actually have multiple fanny packs. I have a really nice like North Face one. That like I like for like amusement parks. Then I have a clear one for concerts. I have a cross like a cross shoulder one that goes off in front of me like this. I stay strapped with the fanny pack, show. Did I fix the hair, by the way? Do I look better? Still a little puffy, but we're gonna go with it. It looks exactly the same. Perfect. Sounds great. Glad we made Ari do all that work for no reason. Sweet Jams, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the team. Thank you so much, Sweet Jams. W in the chat for Sweet Jams. This is hold on. That wasn't the one. I gotta throw this comment out there. Apparently brushing your hair is gay now. And these guys wonder why they don't get laid.
It's insane.
Apparently this guy thinks brushing your hair is gay. Yeah, and then it's like yeah, all these no women don't wanna do the sex with me. It's like, yeah, you say shit like that, dude. Brush your hair. Do you also not wipe your ass? Is that too gay? You get too close to your own booty hole? So you don't wipe? And you smell bad, dude. Go take a shower. Go wash your ass. Velvet, thank you so much for the $5. Said, how come you only spoke to one Trump supporter last night? The reason I only spoke to one Trump supporter is because I was only on for a little bit. And by the time I actually took a caller, it was already like 45 minutes into the hour that I was supposed to be on. So that's why wasn't even supposed to be on today. I just popped on for like an hour just to hang out for a bit. It ended up being kind of a fun live, honestly. But Yes, fanny packs are where it's at. Fanny packs are where it's at. If you do not have a very good fanny pack collection, then you're really failing yourself. we'll take more than one today, hopefully. Okay. We'll take more than one today. CBT, dad vibes for the win. That's what I'm talking about. I am, in fact, a father. Okay. I am, so I guess it's okay for me to look like one. I thought the hats collection probably would have given it away, but you know. Ted said, I bet you own the Jesus flip flops. I don't own that. I don't own the, what they used to call them. Oh, we used to have a name for them too. Anyways, no, I don't. There's a name for them. What did we call them? The Roman ones. I've heard that one before. That wasn't what I was thinking about. I think we used to call them like the Air Bethlehems or something. It was something like that. It was something to that effect. I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was something to that effect. Crucifooties. I've heard that one. That's really good. I've heard that one before. The Crucifooties is definitely a good one. The Jesus Water Walkers. I've never heard that one, but that's also really good. That's also really good. But no, I don't own those. I don't own those. When I did wear flip flops a lot, I wore pretty much exclusively rainbows. Yeah, pretty much exclusively rainbows. But no, don't have those. Jesus Water Walkers, that's good. The Revelation Force. That actually sounds like something Nike would put out. Not even a joke. And Tim, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, hey, Paulie, big supporter here. I watch you daily and your passion for this is infectious. Here's a little token of my appreciation. Keep it up, man. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet. Thank you so much. Can we get a big WC chat for Tatted, CBT, Velvet, and especially Tim there at the end with a, with just, you know, the awesome words of encouragement and you know, keeping lives like this going. I said, people don't realize, like, the algorithm would much rather show people Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens than they would show this type of live. So your guys' support, you guys being here, you guys showing support, you guys showing up, it's so important. It's really, really awesome. So thank you so much, Tim. I really, really appreciate that. Sounds like something Macklemore would wear. What? Ugh. Yeah, it's the truth, y'all. Oh, sorry, Keena. Thank you so much for the Santa hat too. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, they would, like, all of these algorithms. They for some reason they want to show you right wing media. They want to show you right wing content. They would much rather show you that stuff than show you this. I don't know why. So you guys allow, you guys are what allows, you know, people to keep seeing lives like this. So I think it's really, really important. So if you guys could do me a favor, if you guys could come in, hit that like button, right? If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. If you're on YouTube, go in and hit that like button, hit that share button, repost the live, share with family, friends. And if you don't have any family or friends you want to share it with, just share it to yourself or share it to your dog. Share it with whoever you got, your hamster, your gerbil, your 4 goldfish. Just hit that share button, hit that copy link, do whatever you need to do, share out the live, repost the live. Make sure it's getting out there. Those things, again, just help that algorithm know that you're that you're here and helps to push the algorithm towards me instead of some of my opposition. So really important. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know there was a 6-7 gift. So I'm a little surprised by this. So thank you so much, ZPR. I appreciate that. All right, awesome. Well, we're going to start getting this thing started. Phone lines are already open. If you still support Trump and you want to have a conversation, either join the guest request box or call in on the line, and we'll just get this thing going. We always have a little bit of a harder time getting started when we do the morning ones on the weekends, which is why I stopped doing it. But I also realized my hangover was not going to get any better, so it was time to get going. No time to waste. Run for something. I don't run for something. I run from something, and it's usually the police. All right. Yeah. I never ran from nothing but the police. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a runner. I don't. I'm not a runner. She's not a.
It's insane.
If I'm running, like if y'all see me running, y'all better start running. Okay. If y'all see me running, I am running from something. I promise you. Okay. You should also be running also. Okay. Because I'm not doing it for my health. I promise you, I'm not doing it for the cardio. Okay. I promise you I'm not. No, he's talking about running for political office. I understand. I know. Maybe one day. Like I said, I've thought about it. I've thought about it. Really, the question is in the future, am I going to be more influential running for politics or being here? I think only the future will tell that. So we'll see. If I think at any point in time I can affect change at a significant level running for office, I will. But I'm not going to run to office just to be another one of these politicians that just sit there and be political hacks and just vote at whatever. I don't got that in me. I don't got that in me. So yeah, it's not that like I think like I'm worried about whether I'd be good at it or not. It's just I don't want to be ineffectual, and if I feel ineffectual, then I don't want to do it. You know, so that's the way I see it. So, ZPR, thank you so much for the $5. Also, they were called Jesus Water Walkers. Someone else said that. And maybe they were. Maybe I'm maybe I'm forgetting that one. Maybe I'm forgetting that one. That is a really good one. I think it's hilarious. Jesus Water Walkers are the best. Okay. Air Jerusalems. I think that's what it was. Someone said Air Jerusalems. I think that was the one I was thinking of. I think that's what it was. It might have been Air Jerusalems. That might have been it. I can't 100% remember. Nazareth 3000s are good too. Thank you so much, ZPR. And Velvet, thank you so much for the $5. Says, thoughts on Trump's holiday speech with the trans thing? Kind of wild, eh? I have not heard it. I'm sure it was horrible. I have not heard it, and I'm sure it was horrible. I just can't, like, dude, I used to listen to every Trump speech. I used to listen to every single one. And just after a while, it just becomes, it's so difficult after a while. just after a while, it's draining. It just really is. You just keep hearing stuff and you're just like, what is going on? It's, oh, it's definitely his voice, right? Like, I think that's the hard. I want to hear what he's saying because I think we need to know what the president of the United States is saying. And I think that that's very, very important. However, just him saying it makes me want to vomit. See, and Bake right here, Bake says, Cliff Notes, the Democrats, Trump good, I'm the best at health. That's every single speech he does. I'm sure there was a little sprinkle of Biden ruined this. I'm fixing it. This is Biden's economy. Everything bad is Biden still. I know I've been president for almost a year, but all of this is just Biden. It just gets old. Every once in a while, he throws in a people from garbage countries or garbage people and some Nazi rhetoric or something, and it's the same speech. The new Democrat hoax, it's called affordability. Affordability, that's what the Democrats keep saying. People keep coming up to me and being like, sir, I can't afford my food. And that's just a Democrat hoax because I can afford all of my food. The White House staff brings it directly to me. Look at right here on this wall. This entire wall is made of 24 karat gold and diamonds, so I can afford my food. So when they say they can't afford it, they're lying. It's a Democrat hoax. They were paid for by the Democrats to say this. It's the same speech every time. It's the same speech every time. Like, yeah, it's the same thing. Immigrants are horrible. They're causing all your problems. All your things are bad because of Biden. And I'm going to spend all of your money on whatever the fuck I want. It's the same thing. And people just eat that shit up, dude. It's wild. Yeah, it hasn't changed. Nothing changes. He just recycles the same material. It's the same stuff. It's not like tomorrow he's going to come out with a speech and it's going to be like, oh, well, finally, Donald Trump, we just got, the new Gettysburg Address, right? Like next week, his next speech is probably going to be just like the I haven't had a dream speech, but probably just a little bit better. Like it's not like there's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing to look forward to. It's not going to get better. Sorry, he also has to add in transgender people are horrible and also take credit for something that I promise you he did not know was happening until he was informed. Like just recently that he did it. Like the Rwanda war. I bet you every dollar that is to my name. Okay? I'll put my car on it, whatever. I bet you if somebody just walked up to Donald Trump with a map, he could not point to Rwanda. I'm not sure he'd get the continent right, to be completely honest with you. All right. I'm not even sure he'd get the continent right. But I stopped the war in Cambodia. You can't spell Cambodia. Okay. You can't spell Cambodia. Stop it. You didn't stop any of that shit, dude. It's so dumb, dude. Dude, like I was making Rwanda because he said he stopped a war in Rwanda. Okay, I don't think he could find like fucking like any of them. Like name it. I don't think he could find India. Yeah, he could call the president of Puerto Rico and we could find out. Because apparently Donald Trump talks to the president of Puerto Rico. That is a real thing that was said. Okay? Talking to the president of Puerto Rico. Good God. I think that makes, if Donald Trump talks to the president of Puerto Rico, isn't that called schizophrenia? That's my guess. Only if he answers back. Only if he answers back. Valid point. Okay, point. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Flower. He misspoke. He meant mayor. Oh, okay. That's better. Guys, he had the best MRI. They gave me the Alzheimer test, and it was so hard. They made me pick out the giraffe. No one else could pick out the giraffe. They said, "Sir, this is the best giraffe picking that I've ever seen." But then by the time you got to question 4, 5, 6, it was so hard. They said, "Sir, we have to immediately get you to an MRI. And it's probably because my brain is so smart, they need to study it for science." That's what they told me. Pam Bondi told me that my brain is so smart that they needed an MRI to see how a brain could be so smart. It's so ridiculous, dude. If it wasn't so sad, it would be so funny. You know what I'm saying? His dementia is getting much worse. And he's just falling asleep all the time. He's just falling asleep all the time. I had to check my phone. Is my Trump impression getting that good that you didn't know? Like, is that actually Donald Trump? Is that actually him? It's me. It's me, Mr. President. Hello?
Yeah, so you support the one supporting Trump here?
I do not support Trump. No, you have very much misinterpreted this live.
Okay, thank you for your support.
You're welcome. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right.
Well, that's good.
This is Michael, the guy that talked to you a couple months ago, the guy that talks so fast. You remember me?
Sir, really, really no offense, but I talk to a lot of people.
Okay, I'm just surprised. No, like I said, you were really surprised by how fast I talked. Remember, you said you were. I don't know what I was talking about, but you sort of chuckled and you said, "I can't believe you got all that out without taking a breath."
You know what? There's some people in my chat that totally remember you. Okay, and really, I'm not trying to be rude. I just talk to a lot of people. Okay, and
oh, I understand.
And honestly, for my own sanity, I kind of like dump it like as soon as I'm done.
That's yeah. I understand. You're
Okay.
You know, because I wanted to tell you that I would love to talk to you off the air sometime, but I assume you talk about this stuff all you want to when you're on the air. But if you ever want to talk off the air, then I would really like to talk to you, because I know you don't have time for me to ramble on the way I do. I just wanted to. I'm not calling to argue with you about anything. Like I said, you're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change yours. I just wanted to tell you something. But it turned out, I told my best friend that I'd called in about being on there, and he asked how I did. I said, I don't know. I think I did okay. He said he nailed me on asking me something that the Democrat had said that I didn't like, and I couldn't come up with anything. And he listened to it, but it turned out he listens to you too, and he's just as hardcore conservative as I am.
Well, yeah, this is for everybody, bud. This isn't just for
I know, but
this isn't just for the left to listen to. I love the right coming in.
Well, like I told you, I like talking to people that I don't agree with. I mean, if you talk, there's not that much fun talking to somebody you agree with on everything.
Exactly. I 100% agree with that sentiment. I do.
But like I said, I've continued to listen to you, and I have recommended you to a couple people. I don't know if they listen or not. Like I said, but I wanted to ask you a question too. We had that conversation. I mean, you may not remember it, but we were talking about communism and everything. Are you a communist, or are you that inclined that way?
I am not personally a communist. No.
Okay.
I don't have a huge issue with some communist, viewpoints, but I am not a communist. No.
Okay, like I said, I don't know how we got on the subject, but we kind of, I mentioned that I pretty much give up on labeling things. To me, tyranny's tyranny, whether it's social, whether it's fascist or communist, whatever. A tyrant is a tyrant. And you brought up something about the Soviet Union, and I said you're trying to say the Soviet Union is not a tyranny. But that's how we got on the subject of that, like I said. And I just said after we got off the phone, I thought, well, I never even thought to ask him, what does he think about communism?
Yeah, I mean, communism is just a thing.
Well,
man.
is there a time I'm not real sure on your schedule here. Is there a time you're generally on? Is it during the day or at night? Because I've seen you both daytime and night.
Right now, my schedule is Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday at 5:30. And then I usually get on around 10:30 on the weekends. Well, on Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna probably
when you start. You usually starting at 5:30.
Yeah, I'll be like 5:30 Monday through Thursday. Weekends are kind of funky depending on what football game I want to watch. Usually.
Do you watch it? Do you watch? Oh yeah, I'm not too happy about football right now. I'm a Kansas. I waited 50 years to see Kansas City win another Super Bowl. Now they went down the toilet this year.
Well, my team is the one who took y'all out, so I couldn't be happier.
Who was that? Philadelphia
Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers this year? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, a lot of people took them out this year. Like I said, I saw them win Super Bowl IV, and I was 9 years old when they won it. Like I said, they had been my favorite team all these years, and I waited and waited. Well, I got nothing to complain about. They won 3 Super Bowls in the last few years, but I just can't believe they dropped off so bad. Of course, I had to give up on them. I mean, everybody has a bad. Everybody.
I do understand why I said what I said last time. You talk insanely fast, dude. Like why?
I don't do it on purpose, man.
I don't believe that you do, dude. But like, I feel like I should be bidding at an auction right now. Like I don't know what the heck is going on.
You talk pretty fast too.
I know. I talk very fast. That's what I'm saying. Like I talk very fast, and you run past me. Like you're leaving me like I'm getting left in the dust, but hey, like seriously, like I really appreciate it, and I'd love to sit around and talk football with you, but I am going to move on to another caller. All right,
you got to move on.
All right, man. Well, I hope you have a good one. All right.
You too.
Yeah, I feel like I should have like, hey, so dude, I can't talk that damn fast. That dude, if that dude is not an auctioneer, he is missing his calling. Hi, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
How old am I, did you ask?
Yes.
I am 45 years old. Awesome. And actually, I was originally a supporter of Donald Trump until I saw him at a campaign event, and it was in 2020. He visited Lynn, Massachusetts, and actually made eye contact with him, and he went to shake my hand. I noticed his hand was just totally encrusted with feces. It was disgusting. I could never vote for a president who was just so blatantly unhygienic like that. And in fact, I think that the bandages on his hands might be as a result of a staph infection or something like that, rather than making, the obvious decision to just wash his hands. He conceals his cockrophilia or whatever with bandages and such.
I don't know if this is serious or not. But it's kind of funny regardless, honestly.
All right, man. Hey, you have a good day, brother. Right?
You too. All right. I have no idea whether that was serious or not, but but it caught me off guard, I guess. If you told me Donald Trump doesn't wash his hands, I don't think I would be like surprised by that. I wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, really?" There's lots of parts of that could have been very, very true. There's lots of parts that could have been very, very true. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Again, y'all, if y'all could do me a favor, make sure you go and hit that like button or tap the like button, depending on which platform you're on. Leave a comment, say hi, support the live through any type of the gifting and all sorts of stuff. Those all things help to keep these my live going. Helps me to compete with people on the right doing similar things, and lets the algorithm know that it should continue to push me out, and so it doesn't push me back the other way. So I really appreciate that. Glitchko, thank you so much for the $2. Said Sleepy Trump. Yeah, he's dude's falling asleep. I'm really telling you, like, Donald Trump's whole like projection, like the whole sleepy Joe Biden thing, is like absolutely like hilarious. Like, it's like actually funny. Like, he called him Sleepy Joe Biden, and now Donald Trump is falling asleep every single time he's on television. Like, dude's like in the middle of meetings on television knocking out, dude. Like, it's strange, bro. It's strange that like every single thing that he talks about, like with like Joe Biden, like it all just comes back. All right. It all just comes back, and he just becomes that person. He can't walk in a straight line. Donald Trump can't walk in a straight line. Oh, he falls downstairs. Donald Trump starts falling downstairs. Oh, he's sleepy Joe Biden. Oh, now Donald Trump won't stay awake. Like, it's just everything was a projection. Everything is a projection. Yeah. And all those same people that said all that stuff about Donald Trump, all of them are quiet, or about Joe Biden, all of them are quiet. They're quiet. They're just so quiet. It's just weird. Like, truthfully, okay? Like, I mean, because I have no problem admitting that Joe Biden was too old to be fucking president. That doesn't bother me at all. But all I'm saying, for all the other people that say Joe Biden was losing it, have some consistency, dude. That's all. Have some consistency. If you're going to be upset about one, then be upset about both. Yeah, they're just completely ignoring it. Like all these news agencies are just completely ignoring it. That's why, like, dude, you gotta freaking get in like independent media, because these news agencies like CNN, ABC, all of them, they're just pretending like he's fine. It's crazy. It's crazy. They're just pretending like he's fine. Like, can we please get somebody in that's just a little bit old, a little bit younger, just a bit? Just a little bit? All right, y'all, if you guys still support Trump and you guys want to have a conversation, go ahead and either join that guest request box, or you can call in on the number that's above or to the side of my head. And we're going to attempt to keep this thing going. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It's just weird, dude. Last night's speech, he talked about the first lady's underwear. He's losing it, dude. We have to remember that all these billionaires that own the news agencies are friends with him. But it's not even just that, dude. It's like the people that own these news agencies are afraid of him. He's controlling the media. He's literally controlling the media. That is a real thing that is happening right now. You have Matt Gaetz. at the freaking at the Pentagon reporting on shit because no one else will do it. Like, that's truthfully happening right now. Matt Gaetz was truly one person I was hoping I'd never had to see again. I'm not gonna lie. He was one person that I was
It's insane.
that I wish I never had to see again. Crazy. Red, thank you so much for the Sunday. I appreciate that. Alan, thank you so much for the 100. I appreciate that. Foxy and Tati, thank you so much for the Santa hats. I really appreciate those. Salient, thank you so much for the 6-7. 6-7. Mel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I said, did you see the pic of Turning Point Assembly at the Turning Point Assembly that they had a photo op set up at Kirk's tent? No, I actually really don't even know what you're referencing. Turning Point Assembly, they had a photo set up at Kirk's tent. No, give me some more context. I'll pull it up. We're still waiting for people to show up now, so we'll get colors eventually. But yeah, no, I don't even know what you guys are referencing. What you're referencing over there. Yeah, I don't like, what tent are we talking about? I don't know, Key. I really don't. They had a replica of the tent where he was unalived? Huh? I don't know what we're talking about. I did hear Grindr crash last night in Arizona. I did hear that. I did hear that Grindr crashed. That there's some camera. There was a camera in the tent where he was at. Is that what you guys are saying? But in reality, every single time there's a Turning Point event or something, or a Republican event, they crash Grindr. That's pretty standard at this point. It was a replica? What are you guys talking? What was a replica? I don't know. Turning Point USA installs replica of tent where Charlie Kirk was killed for an annual convention. Is that what you guys are talking about? I guess that's what you guys are talking about. That's weird. Yeah, that's fucking weird. That's really weird. Apparently at the Turning Point event, they recreated the tent where Charlie Kirk was unalived, right? So people could like take pictures in it and stuff. Like it was like a photo booth. It's wild, dude. These guys will find a way to grift anything. They will find a way to grift anything. Yeah, it's a photo booth. I wonder how much it costs. Let's see. It doesn't say how much it costs to use it. Yeah, it doesn't say how much it costs to use it. Ugh. Yeah. Apparently they're doing real good. Apparently they can pay money. Out of it costs? Yeah, I don't know how much it costs. It didn't say. It didn't say how much it costs, but I'm sure it costs something. That you don't do anything in MAGA land without it costing something. Yeah, there was literally an entire thing out about how they thought God was going to raise him from the dead, like he was a biblical like saint. It's super strange stuff. It's super straight stuff. Strange stuff. I don't know. It's very weird. Hello?
Hey, Polly. Quick thing. I'm 19. Okay, I'm not a MAGA supporter. I want to ask you a question though.
What's up?
What do you think of like the like Kirk Genuinely stuff and all of that? People making like memes over, not memes over Kirk stuff, but like turning his name into a meme.
I haven't seen any of this. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. You should look it up. It's some weird TikTok stuff.
I probably won't. I'm not gonna lie. I probably won't. I do appreciate it, but no, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't.
Okay, it's people like combining genuinely and like Kirk. So, Kirk genuinely, right? And then they like keep on doing it with like other words. It's a bunch of brain rot stuff. It's not really that funny.
Okay. Well, okay. I don't. People know what it's talking about. I guess I don't know. I would have to look at it, and it doesn't. It really doesn't sound like something that would amuse me, to be completely honest with you. So, but if I run across it, then I'll at least remember this conversation, so we can go from there. But yeah. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh no, man! I really don't know what you're talking about. That's because I'm mature. I don't know about all that, but I'm definitely something. I don't know about mature, but I'm definitely something. Oh, well, this is strange. Normally, I would definitely have had a few callers by now. So it must be one of those mornings. That's okay. That's okay. I think after the Epstein file thing, I think MAGA is finally defeated. There are no more Trump supporters. So I was actually really curious about that because I really did want to talk about the Epstein thing today. I really, really did. But I should have also realized that Trump supporters would not want to talk about the Epstein thing. I should have realized that. Yeah. I mean, we do have one. We'll see. Hello.
Hello? Yeah, what's up, Polly?
What's up?
What's happening? Nothing much, man. So you want to talk about the Epstein stuff? I do too. I'm curious about that, man.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
You're curious about what then?
Yeah, so why? So I went ahead and went to go look into the files because I saw everybody was talking about like, oh, look at all these redactions and this, that, and the other, right? And it took me a while to find those, actually. People were talking about like, what, 2 gigs of documents that were redacted fully or whatever.
Yeah.
So, to my understanding, all the files were to be released and the redactions were only supposed to pertain to any type of victims or people that weren't involved. And then towards the end of those documents, you see 2 pages. And one of them, I'm assuming, is like an order from the DOJ or whoever put that out for the redaction. So I'm wondering if maybe those redactions have to do with something still going on right now, and that's why. But I want to get your thoughts on it because
Well, first of all, all the files haven't
about it, or
all the files haven't been released yet. Second of all, a majority, I don't know if it's the majority, but a whole huge group of the victims have already been like, yeah, we don't care about that. Release our names. Like, we don't care. We don't want any redactions in the entire thing. So Pam Bondi is literally, again, has not released all the stuff, has not released them without redactions, and that she is ordered to do so. So they are literally breaking the law right now. Like, literally committing a criminal act.
I thought they were still releasing files into the night yesterday.
They had until yesterday to release all of them. And no, they have not released all of them.
So what files are missing then?
Like, I think they released like 2 gigs of files. There's like 300 gigs of files.
300 gigs of files.
Yeah, something like that.
I heard they released 19 or some other like that.
Sure. Let's say it was 19. Still 281 to go.
Still 281 to go, huh? And for sure those files do exist, or where does this 300 number coming from anyways?
Yeah, they definitely exist. Nobody denies they don't exist. Donald Trump's Pam Bondi has said that they exist. Kash Patel has said that they existed. Donald Trump's White House chief of staff has said they exist. Nobody's denying that they exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So what are these files for then? That's what I'm curious about. Because I mean, we could speculate all we want, right? But so what are the rest of the files for?
We don't know. They haven't been released.
There were. So then, that's my point. So everybody's saying, "Oh, there's more files to be released," or what have you. But then we don't know what the files are on. So why don't we know the files are on then?
We don't know what the files are on because they won't release them, and they won't release them because Donald Trump is in them.
Of course. So there's really no other reason why those files wouldn't be tied up with something else, right?
No, there's not, because Donald Trump ended the investigation into it when he came into office.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The problem is that he has the ability to release them. He won't release them. Pam Bondi works for Donald Trump under the direct control of Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is ordering her not to release these files. Okay.
So he's ordering her not to release the files.
Well, either he's ordering her to, or he's not in control of his own Department of Justice, in which he signed an executive order specifically saying that he's in control of.
Oh yeah, I've heard that talking point before too.
I mean, one way or the other, it's wrong. Either A, Donald Trump is not competent enough to run the DOJ that he said that he's in control of, right? And so Pam Bondi's just doing it all on her own. Or B, he's directly ordering her to do it. Either way, right? Like, it is literally the Trump administration protecting, people that deal in sex trafficking of children. Like, regardless.
Okay. So how do we know that? That's the thing though. Like, how do you know? How do we know? Isn't this just speculation without us knowing what the files?
It is not speculation that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked children. That's not in question.
I'm not talking about Jeffrey Epstein in particular. I'm talking about the files. If that's what we're talking about, right?
Sir, it is not under. There is no confusion.
That's what I'm wondering, though.
I don't understand where the confusion is.
Oh, here we go.
I really don't. I don't understand what the confusion is. Okay. Epstein trafficked children. Okay. There's a whole bunch of files that talks about it.
Nobody's saying that he doesn't.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of files talking about that. We want to see the files so that those victims can get justice. Donald Trump is stopping those files from being released.
But how do you know that though? That's my issue.
Because he is solely in charge of making sure that they're released.
Okay, and then that part too, because I swear you guys like to argue is like, oh, it's an executive order, it doesn't have no power. But now this executive order does have power, and it should be like
what executive
seen
order?
As such. It's like, oh, he put an executive order. that means that it should be working and that. But then you guys say to other executive orders, it's like, oh, it's an executive order. That doesn't mean that it's a law or anything, right?
Executive
So
orders
don't
aren't
understand.
laws, sir. It's understanding what executive orders have the power to do. Executive orders have the power to do certain things and don't have the power to do other things.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm pointing to how you guys flip flop on that.
We don't.
That's my point. So like now, the executive order does have power,
Which executive order are you talking
and
about?
it's something that should be getting pushed, right? So that's what I'm wondering, like why?
What executive
Why
order
now?
are you talking about?
The one you were speaking on about Pam Bondi and their DOJ and stuff like that.
The one he signed? Yes, the Department of Justice already works under, the Department of Justice already falls under the executive department. So yes, an executive order about the control of the executive department 100% would be valid. That would be actually truly the most actual real and effective use of an executive order that exists.
So you're saying that now this particular executive order should be followed, and they're not following it, so that's bad.
Sir, if I make a rule in my house, okay, that says I don't allow dogs in my house, okay, can I enforce that rule?
In your house, yeah.
Okay, if I make a rule that says that your house can't have dogs in your house, can I enforce that rule?
Wait, and
If
so
I
that's a rule,
say,
right? No,
sir, if
no,
I say
you
that
can't.
you're not allowed to have dogs in your house, can I enforce that rule in your house?
And no, you can't.
Okay, see the difference? One of these is in Donald Trump's house. One of them is not. Okay? When Donald Trump talks
Yeah,
about
but-
the Justice Department and Pam Bondi and the Attorney General directly working for him and for being, under his jurisdiction, under his responsibility, that is Donald Trump
Under
making
the
a rule for
executive
his
order.
Yeah, that is Donald
Yeah.
Trump making a rule for his own house. Okay?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Donald Trump signs an executive order saying, I don't know, any number of
Wait,
other
wait,
things
wait,
like
hold on.
the,
That's
that Gulf
kind
of the Gulf of Mexico is
misleading,
no
'cause-
longer the Gulf of America, is now the Gulf of America. That's not his house. He doesn't get to make that rule, right?
Yeah, that's understandable. That's true. But aren't you kind of misleading that executive order? Because wasn't it a complaint at the time when that was put out that is like, oh, that's a violation of the Constitution. It's
No.
amassing power to the executive branch or whatever. So now it's okay because
Nope, no one
Of the
literally ever
headline.
said that. Literally, not a single person
you're
ever
telling
said
me
that.
when that came out, y'all weren't complaining about that.
We were complaining about it, but not for the reasons that you're saying.
Brother.
We were complaining about it because usually the Justice Department has been allowed to be independent and not be part of, not be under executive control, to be able to prosecute things and to go through investigations that they found necessary instead of doing exactly the president's bidding, right? To not just be, prosecuting people just because they're the enemies of the president, right? So the problem is that Donald Trump specifically saying that he is going to be control of the Attorney General creates bias in the Justice Department, and that's not what we wanted. It wasn't whether he could or could not do it. It's that he should not do it because it's wrong.
So there were complaints then, is what you're saying.
Yes, I still have a problem with it,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't mean that he can't do it.
So that's what I'm pointing at. That's what I'm kind of like getting at, like why the flip flopping now? And it's
I'm not
understandable too,
flip-flop.
'cause I
Sir,
mean, you
what am
wanna
I
point
flipping
at
on?
it, right?
Sir, what am I flip-flopping
But
on?
why is it now an important point, I guess, that because of the executive order and because now you guys are willing to recognize the executive order or let it be recognized?
It was already
Right.
recognized. It never stopped being recognized.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, I
Your
don't.
moral high ground type stuff, it's like, oh, well, now they have the executive order and
Sir,
they didn't do
moral high
it
ground. It
directly
wasn't
trumps.
right before, and now it's worse.
So
What are you talking about?
Right.
When the executive order came out, it was bad because it had bias into the judiciary, bad into the Justice Department. I mean, bad right?
Mhm.
And now Donald Trump's not only using that power to freaking try to prosecute, political enemies, now he's using it to freaking protect sex traffickers. It's not a flip-flop. It's just out of 10 bad, it was 8 bad. Now it's
insane.
11 bad. It's not a flip-flop. It was bad when it came out. Now it's being used even worse.
I mean, it kind of is a flip flop if the
It's not.
initial
It's not even close.
representation of what the executive order was for is kind of
Nope.
not
The original.
right, you know.
The original.
And
the
now
original.
it's
Nope,
being
sir. Stop.
looked at as
Stop.
like, oh look,
stop.
hey,
Stop.
this
Stop.
is his executive order.
Sir.
She's
Sir.
supposed to be underneath his what you call it.
She's not supposed to be at
They
all.
do it bad. They did
She's
bad.
not
they do bad.
supposed
they
to
are
be.
bad.
She's not supposed to be, but she is.
Yes, I understand. That's what I'm pointing at, though.
I know. No, it's not what you're pointing at, sir. Sir, but let me be very clear. Donald Trump putting Pam Bondi under his control is bad. Him then using that control to protect sex traffickers, worse.
But that's
That's
all right.
not a flip-flop, sir. That is a progression.
Well,
That is the exact opposite of a flip-flop. That is here's what a flip-flop would sound like. Oh, I complained in February about Donald Trump, putting the Justice Department under his direct control. And then now, if I was to come out and say, well, I don't, I think Donald Trump should put Pam Bondi under his direct control. That would be a flip-flop. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it was bad when he put her under there.
Acknowledgement of the executive order.
What do you mean the acknowledgement, sir? Executive orders don't, sir. Executive orders don't work off of acknowledgement.
I'm not
You know
talking
that, right?
about the actual executive order and on that side, because I mean it still got pushed through and all that. Obviously, I'm talking about from you idiots. I'm talking about you guys.
My acknowledgement of an executive order means
it.
0.
Now you're willing to acknowledge the executive order because it facilitates the next talking point, which is Epstein bad, Trump bad because he's protecting Epstein. Pam Bondi is underneath Trump, so they're all bad.
Yeah, sir. Just a second ago, you said that we were talking about how he shouldn't do that back in February. Remember when you just said that?
Wait.
Remember
Shouldn't
like literally like 2 minutes ago when you were like, oh, the Democrats were all mad that he did that in February. Remember that? You just said it.
February. I didn't bring up February. I said maybe regarding the executive order before.
The executive order was signed February 19th.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you a real literal human being? Or am I talking to the most ridiculous AI bot I've ever heard in my entire life? Were you not talking, sir? Were you not, sir, be quiet. Sir, be quiet. Okay?
No, you
were
be quiet.
you
What
not
the hell are you
just,
talking to
sir?
me like that for?
Sir, I will talk to you however I please with the way you're trying to address this conversation.
No, you
Listen.
won't. Obviously not. It seems like you got when I just spoke up to you.
Oh,
You
why
better watch who you're talking
are
to.
you concerned about what's in my ass?
With
You
your
trying
fucked up
to get over there?
You need to brush your damn hair, brother. You need to.
Yeah.
Whoever told you to take off your cap earlier, they're not your friend.
Oh, you've been watching
That
for a
was
while.
Army
That was a literal hour ago.
Yeah, that was me that told you to.
That was literally
damn
an
hair.
hour ago. An hour ago, someone talked to me about my hair, and now you're here
Yeah, that
now
was
talking
me.
about it. So you're a fan.
A fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty funny watching you guys.
Yeah. You're not too bright, are
The
you?
desperation. Me? I know you're not talking, Polly. What the fuck?
Sir, you literally were like, Democrats got all mad about this executive order, and then your next talking point was, oh, now Democrats want to acknowledge it. Sir, how could we be mad about something we didn't acknowledge?
No, you're acknowledging that the executive order has power.
Of course it had power.
Right.
If it didn't have
But
power,
that-
sir. If it didn't have power, then why
Isn't
would
one of
sir,
your talking points
sir,
that he
sir,
supposedly
sir,
puts executive
sir,
orders out rather
sir,
than laws, and
sir,
they can't be enforced
sir,
because of that?
Sir,
So
sir,
that is all.
sir,
that all doesn't matter now
sir,
because for you
sir.
it's important.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you then. That's fine. I'll just mute you. You let me know when you're done. No one can hear you. Yep, sure can. You let me know when you're done, okay? Yeah, sorry. I'll save your guys' ears. Don't worry. I'll save your guys' ears. It's fine. I'll save my own ears also. Yeah. The question I was going to ask him was, why would we be mad about an executive order if we were saying it didn't have power? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I wouldn't be mad about an executive order that didn't have power. That's stupid. Okay? This guest literally cannot even keep his stupid talking points like together in the singular conversation. Okay? Me having to explain to this freaking ding dong, okay, how an executive order works, like what an executive order is, and why you should be upset about it is absolutely insane. Okay. Absolutely insane. But at least he's a big fan. So he apparently this guy hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, just like all of you guys should also. So I really appreciate you guys. Just remember, if you like these conversations and you like the way that I handle people like this guy, you guys got to make sure you guys are supporting the live coming up, hitting that like button, double tapping that screen, hitting that like button if you're in the YouTube live, keeping that algorithm coming in all the best ways, supporting the live, doing all that fun stuff. I appreciate you. Speaking of which, I'm going to move on to someone with all their brain cells. Okay.
So you're not gonna acknowledge that you guys just...
Nope. All right. Tara, thank you so much for the bubbly. I really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. Martin, thank you so much for the 6-7. I really appreciate that. Lynn, thank you so much for the high five. I appreciate that. Hello?
Hello?
Is this the same guy?
Yeah, it is actually. What's up, bitch?
So now you're calling me a bitch after talking about my booty hole. You
Yeah,
really,
what about
you really do have a crush. You really do have a crush. Sarah, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said the release of the Epstein files was passed by law in Congress, not an executive order. The DOJ is legally required to release the files per the law. Yeah, we know, Sarah. Guys, I saw a whole bunch of things, like a whole bunch of chats in there. We were not talking about an executive order to release the Epstein files. We were talking about the executive order in February, okay, that directly put Pam Bondi under the control of Donald Trump. Completely different thing. Okay? We were not talking about an executive order for the release of the Epstein files. Totally different thing. I'm very aware it's not an executive order. It's a law. And very clearly a law that Donald Trump did not need if he really wanted to release the files. He's still calling. A law that he literally did not need to have whatsoever in order to release the files. Because he could have just done it on his own whenever he wanted. Just that simple. But thank you so very much, Sarah. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Star, thank you so much for the 6-7. Oh, we're going to be doing this the whole time, aren't we? Nay, thank you so much for the 6-7. Raging, thank you so much for the 6-7. We'll keep doing that. Yeah, Caller's in love or something. Caller really wanted to... Caller was real into it for some reason. Thank you much, Tara and Tati, for the bubbly time, so I appreciate that. Hello?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Not too much. How's it going?
It's going fine.
So are we gonna stop listening to Billie Jean and all Michael Jackson's greatest hits now?
Huh?
Are we gonna stop listening to Michael Jackson now?
I don't know if you want to.
You think we should?
Who's this other person? Who's this other person? Who are you? I don't think they know they're there. I mean, if you want to.
What do you think?
I think you can do what you want. You're grown.
You see all the photos of him with Epstein?
No, I did not.
Oh yeah, tons of photos.
Okay, then you should probably stop listening to him.
Really? Should we burn all of his CDs?
Sure, go for it.
No, I'm saying as a society.
As a society, you want to have a group burning? Because I'll let you know, as a society, last time we got together and burned things, right? It wasn't very good.
So are you going to still listen to him?
I don't really listen to him to begin with.
Would you listen to any of his songs after you've seen that he's in the Epstein files?
Like, would I like if I walked through a store and Michael Jackson was playing? Like, would I listen to it, or would I would
In
I
your
plug my
personal
ears?
life?
In my personal life, sir, you do realize that those pictures of Michael Jackson were with him and his own kids, right?
You didn't see the one with his arm around Epstein?
The one is the armor. Oh, sorry. If we're gonna freaking ban anybody who was ever around Epstein ever for any reason, we're gonna have to ban a lot of people.
That's what the Democrats have been saying for the last year. Anybody who was in those photos, anybody who's on the island, should be basically banned.
Do you know that he was on the island?
Where do you think those photos were taken?
I don't know. Where were they taken? I don't guess. Where were they taken?
Most likely on the island.
How do you know most likely on the island?
Where else would they be?
I don't know. McDonald's?
Definitely wasn't McDonald's.
They could literally be anywhere.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the photos right now. I don't even see one with him and Epstein. I see one with him and Bill Clinton, which I will say is creepy. But also, Michael Jackson was already a creep. I really don't need Michael Jackson to be with Epstein to know he was a creep. So I don't really know what the problem is. Are you just now finding out that Michael Jackson was a creep?
I just recently found out that he was chilling with Epstein. Yeah.
Michael Jackson had Neverland.
What does that have to do with Epstein?
He literally was like inviting like kids over. Michael Jackson was not a good person.
So this just solidifies it, I guess.
Solidify, sir. It was solidified well before now.
So don't you find it weird that society celebrates these people?
Yeah. By the way, there is no file with him. Oh, I got to turn off streamer mode. Yeah, there is no photo of him with. I don't see with Epstein. I see him with Bill Clinton. Where's this photo of him with Epstein?
It's on the internet. All you gotta do is look.
I am looking. I see one with him and Bill Clinton. I don't see it.
I don't know. Look harder.
All right. Well, how about you just look, since you already know where it's at, and you can just tell me where to find it.
It's been posted all over the internet this morning.
It's
like
been
2 or 3 photos.
Oh, so you saw it on like fucking Facebook or Instagram or some shit? Do you have an actual like source of it or no?
I don't know. Let me go find.
Yeah, sure. Let me know where I can find it. Yeah. Guys, if you're just now learning that Michael Jackson is a weirdo creep, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Just thought I'd let you know. Michael Jackson was not a good person.
So I typed in Jackson Epstein photos, and at the top news into Google, it's like every photo, the first 6 to 10 photos. Not hard to find.
Okay, so what's the name of the source?
Which one do you want? There's Forbes, there's Fox, there's Wyone.
Forbes is fine. Let's see it.
There's People.
Forbes, what's it called? Yeah, I'm not defending MJ, dude. You could send him to prison, but he's already dead.
But the bigger picture of what I'm saying here is...
name of article.
It's like...
Name of article.
It's like...
Name of article.
Half of the elites.
Name of article. It can't be more than like 6 words. This should not be hard for you to just repeat back.
Epstein file released, who is in them, and then it says a couple other things.
All right, and this is going to have my picture, the picture of Michael Jackson with Jeffrey Epstein.
You got to open it.
Yep, there's Bill Clinton and Epstein. There's Bill Clinton. Let's see, read more. Bill Clinton. Michael Jackson with Bill Clinton. This is what I said before. Yep, Michael Jackson with Bill Clinton. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff in here. Yep, that's the end of it. Michael Jackson with Bill Clinton.
People.com, latest Epstein files.
Is this one going to have the photo I'm looking for?
Latest Epstein files, people.com. Yeah, that's the profile picture or whatever.
Let's see. Yep, there it is. Let's see where it was at. Wish it said where it was at. All right, well, cancel Michael Jackson. I guess he can't make any more music. I'm totally okay with that.
So you're gonna have to cancel basically like half of the elites.
Well, he's already canceled. So
No, he isn't.
No, he's literally dead. He is like the most canceled.
People love Michael Jackson. What are you talking about?
Cancel him. I don't care, dude. Go burn all of his stuff. I have zero allegiance to Michael Jackson.
So should Bill Gates be canceled also? Because
Sure,
there's
I don't
tons
care.
of photos with him in there.
I don't give a shit.
Should they ban his computers?
Sure, I don't care. Do it.
But by your premise, it basically, because you guys are attacking
Sir,
Trump
I'm
and saying
agreeing with
he
you.
should be banned.
What are you
So
talking about? I
across
am
the
agreeing.
board,
You're
all these
asking
people
should
be
sir,
banned, right?
you're asking should they be banned? I'm saying yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Democrats in there, buddy.
I don't care. Get rid of all of them. Sir, for some see, here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem, okay? You think that we have allegiance to Democrats the way you guys have allegiance to Donald Trump, okay? And that's not the way it works, okay? If a Democrat was on the island doing bad shit, I hope you bury them underneath the fucking jail. And we first need to start by getting them out of politics and then bury them underneath the jail. Okay? Really couldn't give a shit. Bill Clinton, fucking, you name them. All of them. Get rid of all of them. Bill Gates, really, truly, honestly, could not give a shit. Could not care less. So I'm agreeing that any Democrats and any Michael Jackson, you can't put Michael Jackson underneath the jail. He's already underneath the dirt. Okay? You can burn all of his CDs. It does not matter to me in the slightest. Now, you go ahead and tell me, now that we know Trump is in them, that you are also ready to cancel Trump and impeach him. I'm waiting, sir. I'm waiting. Now let's get this thing up to 100,000 likes. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're slacking this morning. Frosky. God already canceled Michael Jackson. That is very true. Hello, guest. Rosie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yo, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are supporting the live, hitting the like button. I have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio. Please make sure you guys are supporting the live, especially when we're talking about these subjects. Really does mean a lot. Oh, he ran. He's gone now. I broke him. I broke it him. I broke it him.
Well, this is Dirk here. It's an honor to be up here. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, I'm not doing that this morning. That was weird. I didn't like that. Guys, did he really think that like we were gonna? Did he really think that we were just gonna like be like, oh well, you're gonna threaten Michael Jackson? Well, then we're gonna threaten Michael Jackson, then forget that. I mean, I'll do the dance. Like I can, like whatever. But like I don't care, dude. He's a fucking creep. He's a weirdo. We knew he was bad well before anything with Epstein have out. You're gonna like it's like oh, Bill Clinton's in them. Like as soon as they were like Bill Clinton's in them, I'm like, yeah, that checks. Was anybody surprised that Bill Clinton was in them? Because I sure as fuck wasn't. like, I'm sorry. At no point I wasn't gonna be like Bill Clinton. Oh my god, what a surprise! Like, no. Kind of seems like it's kind of seems on par, to be completely honest with you. Right? We're gonna try to keep this thing going. If you still support Trump, go ahead and join the guest request box. What's up?
Ooh, hey, Polly. Hey, my apologies. I did not mean to come up.
Okay, no worries, man. Have a good one, all right?
You too, sorry.
All right, no worries.
Insane.
No worries. No worries. It happens. All right, well, I guess I'll bring this guy up until we get somebody better.
Hey, this is Dirk here. I really appreciate you bringing me up.
See, like, I just don't have the patience for that. No. See, I was gonna try to give him a shot. I really was. I was gonna try to give him a shot, but I'm not listening to that. I just can't. No, he doesn't talk like that. No one talks like that. I did. I tried to give it an effort. Y'all, if you still support Trump, make sure you hit that get request button or hit that or call in on the phone line and we'll have a conversation. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't this morning. You know, I just can't. We gotta have some type of something. You know, we gotta have some type of something. You know, we can't just be doing all of whatever over here. He sounds like he's trying to sell me insurance or something. Hey, or something like that. I don't know. Term life insurance. Yeah, that's definitely a term life insurance call.
It's insane.
Dr. Carla, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, morning, Paulie. The only person who surprised and disappointed me was Noam Chomsky. I don't think I know who that is. Who is that?
Hey, well, this is Dirk here.
I don't think I know who that is. Who's Noam Chomsky? Am I supposed to know who that is? Am I off? Do I need to look this up? Yeah, he just called. Oh, I have heard of this guy before. I know this guy. I've seen this guy. I do know who this is.
Hey, could you put Turk back on? I wanted to hear him.
Well, then why don't you two go make out someplace?
All right, fine.
Okay. I don't know what to say. Linguist at MIT. Okay. Well, I guess I guess even linguists and professors can be super creeps. So Very respected until now. Yeah, until now. OJ was also pretty respected until he wasn't. Bill Cosby was also pretty respected until he wasn't. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, nothing. Just looking at your life
Oh, that's good.
and what you have going on.
Like what I got going on? You're trying to check out what I got going on?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm taken. You better watch it, all right?
I'm not, trust me, I'm not within your demographic of people.
You're not within my demographic of people?
Yeah, I'm not attracted.
You're not attracted or attractive?
Attracted.
I'm assuming it's the second one. But you also sound like you got some nasal problems going on here.
I'm sick.
Yeah. Like, I can tell.
Okay, well, I didn't ask you what you could tell and what you couldn't.
Oh, all right.
Because I genuinely don't care.
Well, then you probably shouldn't be here.
Well, welcome to America.
You probably shouldn't be here then. Because
Why shouldn't I be here?
This whole platform is just me saying what I think and what I care about.
Spewing your rhetoric, like the classic Democratic person you are.
I'm actually not a Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you?
What am I? I'm Polly. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Polly.
Yeah. So anyways, did you just come here to like whine and cry, or do you have like a
I didn't come up here to whine and cry. I came up here to ask you what you got going on.
What I got? I already told you I'm taken. You don't get to just find out what I got going on.
I'm not
okay?
asking about that.
I got
I'm
I got
asking
it
about
all
your
going
problem,
on. Though.
why
Don't
you
worry about
support
that.
Trump.
All right. Like, can you like? Is your camera working?
Do
Can
you
see
support
me?
Kamala Harris? Is that what I'm getting at? Like,
Why
I'm
would I be
confused.
supporting somebody who is not doing anything in politics right now?
I mean, you're crying about somebody who won the politics.
Who won the
So-
politics, guys? Donald Trump won the politics. I think
No, he
we
won the
solved it.
presidential candidate.
Donald Trump won
He was-
the politics.
You twisted my words.
I
very
literally said
wrongly.
exactly your words.
No, I said exactly your words. You got it misconstrued.
Misconstrued. Yep, totally got it. Misconstrued.
You did.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not intoxicated. Why would I be intoxicated at 1 p.m. on a Sunday? Why do I support Trump? Because Trump is very pro-America. He respects the traditional American belief.
It's
It's
so Saturday.
You're
It
a
is-
very
it-
disingenuous
It's
person.
it's very Saturday.
I didn't ask what day it was.
You just said,
Sorry,
why
I
would you
didn't
be
know.
drunk at 1 p.m. on a Sunday? It's Saturday.
Sorry, I didn't know it was Saturday. My bad. It's Saturday. Saturday on a 1 p.m.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Do you support Trump?
I do, but, well, for the most part, yeah. I'm at work, and I was scrolling, and I saw your live stream, and I was wondering what reason you can give why we shouldn't support Trump. I'm pretty open-minded. I'm just wondering.
Well, how long you got?
I just took my hour.
All right, cool. We got some time. I'm going to talk to you instead of Sniffles over here.
Yeah, no, I've been
because you're a
watching for like the
misogynistic.
past 10 minutes.
Great.
I've seen people. They're just
Let's have
actually
minor
crazy.
dialogue with somebody.
I feel like Republicans aren't this crazy. I don't know what these people are on.
Oh, which people are on?
No, these
Sorry.
people who keep calling you and messing with you. I'm just like, what?
Oh, yeah, some of them are messing with me. Some of them are just genuinely stupid.
Yeah, no, I can tell. But yeah, no.
Someone said, Betty said she's so drunk she skipped a whole day.
What?
Not you, the last person.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so what reasons can you give to why I shouldn't support Trump?
If you support America and don't support bad presidents, you should not support Trump.
Well, I feel like that's a very subjective opinion. Is there like
It is.
anything else you can tell me?
That is a very subjective opinion. Now, if we need to get more specific on things that are not subjective, we can. Like the highest
Yeah, I would
unemployment
love
rate
that.
the highest unemployment rate we've had in 4 years, that we've lost 1 million jobs
Really?
just this year. Yeah, we're at 4.6% now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, that's because of Trump?
Yep.
What do you do?
His tariff policy.
Terrorists. Yeah, I keep hearing about these terrorists, and I mean, I'm gonna be sure I don't know what they are. What are they?
A tariff is a tax on imports.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So when you tariff a country, then anytime that an importer imports from that country, they have to pay a tax to the U.S. government.
But so wouldn't that just make us more money?
It doesn't make us more money. It's our money.
So we're the one paying it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the importer pays a tax, sir. An importer. So if I'm an American business and like say I make cars, right? And then like the alternators for my cars are made in Canada.
Yeah.
Right? Then every time I get the alternator for my car, I have to pay a tax. Not the Canadians don't pay a tax, I pay a tax. So it's literally Americans paying a tax to the American government. It's raising taxes.
So then I don't understand why Trump would do that. Then what's the point of it?
What's the point of it? It allows Donald Trump to give giant tax cuts to rich people and for him to, enrich himself in the process.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about terrorists. I just support Trump over Kamala because he seemed like the better candidate.
And how was he the better candidate?
Well, because I think that America should be ran like a business just because our economy is so bad. And I just don't think that Kamala had the know-how to do it. Like, she didn't seem like a good vice president. She wouldn't be a good president, in my opinion. And I remember things being better under Trump anyways.
So how was our economy so bad that Donald Trump needed to come in and fix it?
Well, egg prices were going up, gas prices were, I remember I'm in Texas, and they were like $5 at some point. And
well, gas prices had gone down consistently for 2 years by the time that Donald Trump, or by the time that the election happened, right? So ever since the end of 2023, gas prices had been consistently going down the entire time. And the reason why egg prices were so high is because of the avian flu.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too big into politics. I just support him, and I'm just watching things happen. It just seems like things are better under Trump than it was Biden, just from what I can see.
What's better now?
It seems like prices are coming down a little bit. Slightly, very slightly, but
they're not.
They seem things to be a little more affordable, and I don't know. There seems to be less wars. There hasn't been any wars started since Trump took office, and under Biden there was Israel, there was Ukraine.
Israel's still going on. Ukraine is still going on. We're now bombing.
I know.
We're now bombing boats in Venezuela. We bombed Iran. We just attacked Syria. That's what the U.S. government did.
Those were ISIS members in Syria. Syria is okay with it. They were 100% okay with Trump.
Who are we attacking under Biden?
We were funding foreign wars.
We're still funding foreign wars. Who are we attacking?
I hate that. Yeah.
But you're saying we still are. We're still giving a significant amount of money to Israel for them to do horrible things in Palestine. We're still, selling stuff to Ukraine and giving money to Ukraine. That war is still going on. And now, on top of all that stuff, we are now actually physically attacking people with our own military.
The Venezuelans, yeah.
The Venezuelans, the Iranians, and the Syrians.
I think that attacking Venezuela is good, and I think that, not like a ground invasion of Venezuela, and I think that what we did in Iran was good, because why would we want them to have nuclear weapons?
Well, first of all, Donald Trump has already threatened a land invasion of Venezuela, all right, and already has explicitly talked about it,
yeah.
right? And second of all, we didn't stop Iran from having nuclear weapons. Anything that we hit is already operational and running again.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Where did you get that from?
From the intelligence reports from over 50 countries.
Okay. Well, I guess we didn't do a good job then.
Yeah, that's why it was dumb.
But with the whole Venezuela thing, I think that to some extent what we're doing is good to stop the flow of drugs into America, don't you think?
I believe that we should do things to stop the flow of drugs in the United States. I do not believe that the attacking those boats is helping that.
Yeah, and I think that I think that the whole like drugs thing is a cover up to get Venezuela's oil. They're just using like stopping drugs to like I guess justify an invasion. But I don't know because Venezuela they let Russia and China and Iran like it's kind of like an outpost, wouldn't it? Yeah, you know, like I don't think we'd want Russia, China, or Iran in our backyard like that. You know.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know if I'd consider Venezuela our backyard, but they're already in countries that are around Venezuela.
Yeah, I know, and I think we should kick the communists out from like these areas, like to protect America.
What is this? Freaking the Cold War? What are you talking about? Kick the communists out, dude. This isn't the Cold War. We can't just go around to every country that's a communist and just do a regime change in every single one of them. I mean, we've already tried that in how many different countries? Honduras, freaking Guatemala, Chile. Yeah. How well did that work out? Not well.
Obviously not. No. Well, I don't know. I just I think I don't know. We got to do something, right?
Like what?
I don't know, man. It's just like something's better than nothing. Like maybe something a little more peaceful, but I don't know what else can we do. Like, what other options are there?
What options for what?
To out of the whole Venezuela thing.
We could stop just bombing boats. That doesn't help anything, and we could not do another regime change in Latin America, which again it wouldn't help anything. And we could stop trying to steal oil from Venezuela. I think that'd be a pretty good thing.
Well, if we stop bombing the boats and they keep coming in, then what do you then?
Those boats are 2,000 miles away, and they don't have the fuel capacity to reach here. They would need like 8 more gas stops in wherever to get here. And Venezuela is not even like the number one place that we're getting drugs from. It's not even. I don't think it's even top 10 the place we're getting drugs from. And most of those boats were not even headed towards the United States. They were headed in different directions.
Yeah, I'm sure they were heading towards Mexico to come in through that way because, I don't know.
Nope, the drugs that Mexico is using are mostly getting from China, not from Venezuela.
Really?
Yes, fentanyl, which is the most deadly drug that we have in the United States, the one that kills the most people. They get the chemicals from China. They're made by the cartels in Mexico, and then they're shipped in. They don't come from Venezuela. I think it's something like 10% of the United States, like cocaine, comes from Venezuela. Maybe something like that.
Well, that's still a lot, though. I mean, maybe not justification to go inside Venezuela and do a regime change, but that's still a lot.
Sir, it has been very clear. Again, the chief of staff already specifically said in Vanity Fair that this entire thing has nothing to do with drugs and has everything to do with Donald Trump wanting to do regime change in the country. This has nothing to do with drugs. It has nothing to do with drugs.
Well, yeah, I'm not stupid. I know that. Yeah. And then like the same thing they were in Iraq when they were trying to say that they had weapons of mass destruction. They just really wanted their oil. It's just the same thing all over again.
Yep, pretty much.
But I don't know. It's just like I don't see like how could Kamala have done better than Trump? Like I know that I'm not the biggest fan of Trump. I think it's like a lesser of two evils. I think Trump's less evil than Kamala. But why would do you think that Kamala would have done better than Trump?
Of course she would have done better than him. She was literally the vice president when our economy recovered faster than any industrialized nation on the planet.
Where can I find that information to where like the economy is doing better under Biden than Trump? Where can I find that?
Well, it depends on which metric you're talking about as far as the economy.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that after COVID, the entire world's economy was pretty much destroyed, that we had mass, inflation, mass unemployment, that the cost of goods went through the roof, that all these things were horrible after COVID. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris led us back to by the time that they left office, right? We had
Mhm.
recovered faster
Yeah.
than any industrialized nation on the planet, which they consider 33 of them. We recovered faster than than all 32 of them, right? Our economy was
Yeah.
doing better as far as, as far as economic metrics. Now, that doesn't mean that people were really feeling the effects of that, right? Because costs had risen to a significant rate, and we do live in an unfettered capitalistic society where companies can charge whatever they want for the price of whatever they want, and the government doesn't control that, right? And so we did see higher prices. We saw everything from from price gouging to just things costing more. We had a higher higher price of gasoline due to things like the OPEC Plus deal.
Yeah.
And so we felt all of that. And then Donald Trump came in and said, okay, what we're going to do to add to all of that is we are going to add tariffs into the situation, which he ran on. And those tariffs are now increasing prices even more, right? Things are, about 2.7% more expensive right now than they were a year ago, right? And that's actually even with gas prices actually starting to go down for the winter. And so we're seeing the unemployment rate go up to 4.6%. We're seeing over 1 million jobs lost just this year. Everything within our economy has gotten worse. Everything was getting better for years, and then everything is now getting worse. It's just that simple. Kamala Harris was part of the solution that was making us better. Donald Trump is part of the problem that's making us worse. And this is the second time he's done that.
Okay. Can I ask, what exactly did Kamala do for the economy to help it? Because it sounds like she did. What did she
Well, she
do?
was part of the administration that the Biden administration ran. The vice president doesn't really have power, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so Kamala Harris
then-
wasn't really doing wasn't she was part of the planning process. She was votes in the Senate, tie-breaking votes that helped to do things like the Inflation Reduction Act and other things like that that actually brought down our inflation. But vice presidents don't have power.
Yeah. So then, how do you know she'd be a good president if she didn't?
I
you
don't.
had no-
I just
don't?
knew Donald Trump would be a bad one because he already was a bad one.
I feel like at this point, it's just like who would be a less worse president. I don't think we're gonna have any good presidents. It's just gonna be who's gonna be slightly better at the job.
And that's what I'm saying. Trump was a bad one his first term. So I already knew he would be a bad one this term. So I don't know how Kamala Harris would have been. All I know is that she had a really low floor, right? She couldn't have been horrible. She maybe wasn't could have been not good. I don't know. There was a total possibility that she wasn't good. But I knew she wasn't going to be bad. Trump was bad his first term, and he's worse this term. All right? So Kamala Harris would have been better than Trump, unequivocally.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think that Kamala could become president in the future?
No.
Or do you think that's just like okay. Okay. Well, I did see. I have like news articles that pop up on my phone, and I did see that Trump's approval rating is actually going up.
It's going up to about 40%.
Yeah. But
Sure, it was
I
the
mean-
it was the lowest that had been like he was reaching like realms of lowest ever in American president history.
yeah. I did
Okay,
see- I did see
he
something
had
like
nowhere
that,
to go but up.
Yeah, but it's I'm just wondering like, what if this approval rating like going up? What if it just keeps going? Like
What I don't know. What if the flying spaghetti monster comes down from his possible in the sky and blesses us with his parmesan?
What?
I'm just saying. You're just saying like, what if? What if his approval rating goes up? I don't know. We'll figure out that if it does. It won't because Donald Trump's not doing anything to help it. But
Mm-hmm.
in order for his approval rating to go up, he would have to do something good to make it go up. Donald
do you
Trump's not
think
doing
he-
anything good to make it go up.
Yeah. What do you think he could be doing better? Like
Everything.
Yeah, but like, I mean, he's our president, so we gotta work with him. What do you think that he like exactly could be doing better? Like that would like.
He could be
what could he
concentrating on our
change right now?
economy, our affordability issue, our housing issue, our healthcare issue. He could be concentrating on any of those things. He's not, right? Donald Trump literally called the affordability like a Democratic hoax, saying that they just say that things aren't affordable. He's literally claimed that he's ended inflation. He literally claims that we don't have any of the problems that we do. He's literally not addressing any of the problems that we have in the United States. So if you want to ask me what he could do better, he could literally address any of the actual issues we have in this country, which he's refusing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I
Yeah.
think he could do. But anyways,
Okay.
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
on to the next caller. Hope you have a good one. All right.
All right. Hey, you too.
All right. Bye bye. Yes, he could also stop lying. Lord, thank you so much for the Mel. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you'd like to call in and have a conversation, I have the phone number, I have the guest request box, and we'll get to those in a second. Lord, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, what's that red thing on top of your shelf? I'll go run and get it in a bit, and I'll show you. Glitcho said, caller got scared. Thank you so much. You also got stupid caller. That was for the girl. Dax wanted me to ask her if she had Skrillions. Yeah, I guess I'd shut up. she was one of God's special children. But thank you so much, Dax. I appreciate that. And Frost King said, Fimcell. Never heard that, Fimcell. That's a new one. Yo, please make sure you're hitting that follow button, hitting that like button, hitting that repost button, sharing out the live, doing all of those sort of things to help push the live out. I really appreciate you guys. And I also have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio, all that fun shit, live gift goals, all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
26. How old are you?
I'm 39. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name?
You can call me Paulie.
Polly? Hi, Polly. You call me Rick.
All right, Rick. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
I'm more of a Republican supporter, I think is a better way to put it, but yeah.
If you were a Republican supporter, you wouldn't be supporting Trump. So,
Why is that?
because Donald Trump's not a Republican,
What is he?
pretty much a fascist. But
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, unless you're telling me that Republicans have gone fascist, which I guess there's an argument.
I look at the overall definition of Republican, liberal, more government intervention, more, stimulus for the people. Republicans more or less are, hey, let's, try to keep government out of the private lives of citizens.
Donald
Right?
Trump literally spent more money than anything else talking about trans people, literally freaking going in and putting the government in people's bathrooms and checking their genitalia, right? He's literally instituted taking over, like owning stock, things like Intel, which is literally the definition of socialism, which is the government owning private corporations in the United States.
Hold on.
Right?
I'm confused how we got segued here. I didn't even say anything about transgender. We were just talking about
You said you
difference.
wanted to keep the government out of our lives. I was just giving you an example of Donald Trump specifically adding more government to your life.
Okay, let's break it down. You brought up transgender, okay?
No, but
The Republican
sir,
vote-
I'm not trying to make this about transgender. I'm trying to give you
geez.
multiple examples,
I
okay,
understand, but
of
we
how
haven't
Donald
even
Trump is
got to
trying
the
to.
fundamental. We haven't even got to the fundamental fact of, listen, you can spew stats, which is great, but there is a fundamental principle that differentiates us. You have more liberal ideology. I have more conservative ideology. I was interested because you mentioned to the other caller that you think the capitalistic system is unfair. Why?
Is unfair? I didn't say it was unfair. I said it was unfettered.
Oh, you said, what did you say?
I said we live in an unfettered capitalistic society.
Okay. I thought it was unfair, but
No, unfettered, unchecked, or very small, very minimally checked, right?
Okay.
But that's what I
fair.
that's what I was saying.
You
Sir,
can, you can argue, but even it doesn't matter Republican or Democrat. But looking at pre-2008, you could say it was pretty unfeathered. It's still unfeathered. You have the healthcare system in the United States is pretty unfeathered, but again, do more people need to have skin in the game when it comes to their health? I totally think so. I mean, I thought the government subsidies that were helping healthcare were great at the time, but I think a lot of people forget how expensive healthcare is. I also like what Trump's doing with the nuclear energy sector and the deregulation of all the laws that were put in place. I think you and I both agree that, cleaner fuel, cleaner energy is beneficial in the long run for future generations. So that's like a good win there. Wouldn't you agree on that?
It would be if he wasn't doing a whole bunch of other things to help just continue to push, energy that's opposite of that, right? Like he's done things like get rid of clean energy sectors as far as cars. He's done like he's gotten rid of multiple different regulations. He took us out that help, that actually do
Let me
support
ask you a
clean
question.
energy.
Let's
No,
talk
sir,
about the
sir,
clean
sir,
energy.
sir. You cut me off to talk, and now you asked me a question, and now I'm trying to respond. I would like to
You're
respond.
going
No, sir,
you're
I would
going
like,
too
sir,
fast, man. Let's
sir,
break it down
sir,
slowly.
sir,
You're
sir,
going too
sir,
fast, man.
sir. I'm going to respond.
Well, I know. Just like break it down slowly. Don't go on a tangent.
All right. Well, sir, that wasn't a tangent. I said literally like 8 words.
All right, break it down.
You talked for like 2 whole minutes. I said 8 words.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
Okay. He's dismantled things like the friggin' EPA, right? He's pulls out the Paris Climate Agreement. So no, it does not do very much to be like, oh, he's supporting nuclear energy for clean energy when he's doing all of the other things that are taking us out of clean energy.
Okay, but again, what are we going to do with the demand of energy that we have now? What am I supposed to have solar panels on my roof and wind turbines that only last 10 years? And then
Did
we
I
have to
say
break
any
it
of that?
down and bury them? Like,
Did I
what are
say
you
any of
gonna
that?
do to- No, but that's what I'm getting on to is, right? Maybe he's pulling us out of these things, but maybe we need to realize that oil is the place where we have to be right now because the future is nuclear. And look, I didn't see Biden or Kamala over the past 4 years, their administration focused on nuclear energy, which we all know is the cleanest fuel.
Sir, nuclear energy is just one source of clean energy, and we don't know what the future is going to be. This is why we need to learn what the future is going to be. And all the people that are here to learn, to try to expand clean energy, to try to make more forms of clean energy, who are the ones that are actually going to push us to the future, those are the people that the Biden administration specifically freaking targeted to make sure that they had money, okay, in order to research what the future is. Donald Trump has stopped all of that funding, okay?
That's a lie.
Sir, it's not a lie, okay?
It's a lie.
Nuclear waste is cleaner than oil, right? But nuclear waste is also freaking incredibly harmful for the environment. There are tons of things
No,
in
it's
nuclear.
not.
Yes, it is. There are tons of things within nuclear energy that are not clean, all right? We need to move forward, all right? That is the biggest problem. All right, with conservatives, if you guys are always stuck in the past, like, oh, we have nuclear, so now we just don't talk about anything else. That's dumb.
No, we didn't have nuclear. They were handcuffed by government regulation. And it wasn't until
If it's so
Trump got into
clean,
the
why is
office-
that a problem?
Why is it a problem?
If it's so clean,
we're living-
sir, if it's so
everyone's
clean,
complaining about
then why is
oil.
government regulation an issue?
What's up?
If it's so clean, then how come government regulation was an issue?
Well, because you had Chernobyl back in the fucking 20s and everyone freaked out.
Oh yeah,
And then
yeah, that's crazy.
well,
There's
look
no
at
reason we should be
Microsoft,
worried
look at
about a
Google,
nuclear
look at Constellation
explosion.
Energy. They're agreeing with us, and that's what. Okay, anyways, I'm going to move on from this because I think we're just going to circle. But
We're not
you could
circling
argue
anything,
that-
sir. We're not circling anything. We literally there was a nuclear power plant explosion like not that long ago. You're talking about like
Where?
Chernobyl. I don't even remember. I could
When
look it
was
up.
there an explosion besides Chernobyl?
Oh, I could pull it up. I can find it. It's not that serious.
It's not.
It really is not my main point, sir. But again, you have no will to ever let me get to my main points. You're straw manning the hell out of this argument.
Well, I'm not strongman, and I just proved a fact, and you didn't like it.
Sir,
And
you
secondly,
didn't throw a
I
fact
think-
on anything, sir. You didn't throw a fact
And I
on
think the
anything.
other-
What did you throw a fact
other
on that
thing
I
was
don't like?
Why I support
Sir,
Trump,
no, stop. What did you throw a fact on and I just didn't like it?
the fact that he did deregulate the nuclear energy, and we have
Sir,
a lot more.
I said
companies
it's
like
not
Energy Fuel Cell,
good.
Constellation
Okay,
Energy.
sir, you're telling me that all this nuclear energy is clean. The regulation was on making sure it's clean and that people didn't get hurt. You're
The
advocating,
regulation
sir.
was on the
You're
fact that they were- Anyway,
You're
man.
advocating, okay, for the release of that regulation, which means people have more of a chance to get hurt, and there's more chances of hurting the environment. I don't know why you're saying that as if it's a good thing.
That's baffling. All right, anyways. What else
That's
do I
baffling?
not like about
Or did I just say
No,
a fact
it is
and
a
you
little
don't like
baffling.
it?
No, it's just not true. I mean, the regulation that I was more talking was there was preventions in the law that they would literally take 20, 30 years to build new nuclear reactors in the United States. China is out beating us on nuclear production. So it is a big concern, but again, I think we should move on from the next conversation. My next point.
I would too.
is
if I was you.
I
Yeah.
don't. Right. I come at things from a very financial perspective. I think too much stimulus for transgender policies, all that kind of other stuff. It shouldn't happen. Now, everyone can choose who the heck they want to be, but us as American taxpayers, like, I can't justify that.
You can't justify what?
Well, paying for transgender care and all that.
Where are you paying for transgender care?
So, do you work for a corporation, or is this your full-time gig?
Neither, but regardless, where are you paying for transgender care?
Okay, let's look at healthcare in the United States, specifically for small group employers. Probably let's keep it under 100, even if you're 500 or 1,000. I know specifically in the state of Colorado that all employers must pay for transgender care. Now, when I say pay it, yes, they were paying it for the premium they're paying for that employee, but you also see it in the renewal. And so us mandating
So you're not paying for it.
It's small. Yes, I am. 100%.
They're not.
Yes, you are.
How?
So look at it. When's the last time you looked at a health insurance policy for group policy in the state of Colorado?
Sir,
And they
sir, what is
mandate
gender affirming
that-
care?
What?
What's gender affirming care?
Gender affirming care is puberty blockers, all that.
So things that are just used by everybody.
Yes, and so the employer is paid for that hormone treatment. Look it up, man. It's been.
I'm not looking it up. I don't need to, sir.
Well, it sounds like we should take a crash course. So there's my other problem, is that there's too much of these DEI, LGBTQ policies that are affecting small business owners. And look at majority of the United States. It's made up by small mom and pop shops. But then when you go mandate health insurance, again, I could argue that too, which I don't like. But then you mandate them to pay for transgender.
Okay, well, sir, I don't feel that my tax dollars should be going to pay.
Why is that
Sir,
justifiable?
I don't think that my tax dollars should go to your diabetes treatment because you're overweight. I don't think it should go to your cancer treatment because you smoked.
Well, obviously you do. Do you support the subsidies that were in healthcare?
Do I support? What
Do
healthcare
you
subsidies?
support when the subsidies went away for Medicare and ACA this year, or did you not?
Of course, I supported those.
Okay, so you do care for paying for people's diabetes medicines because you would understand
No, I don't.
that the majority of Americans who
No, I
are
don't.
on the state
I don't
exchange
support it.
for
I don't
affordable
support it
care.
at all.
Okay, so then let's get rid of the subsidies and let's have
No,
those
let's
folks
get rid of all employer health care that requires you to treat cancer.
Okay.
Right? That way
Then
no
what are we
no employee health care has to treat cancer because I don't want my personal dollars going to your cancer treatment.
Okay, again, when we talk about small group employers, the employers paying the cancer treatment and the risk taker is the carriers of stop loss who are paying for it. So it is not government subsidized. I'm talking about the Affordable Care.
Sure, we weren't
Market.
talking about government subsidies. You were talking about individual employers in Colorado, okay? And
No.
those group policies
And then I
requiring
switched the conversation to the state
sir,
exchange.
no, you move the conversation.
so wrong,
I'm
man.
still on the last one.
Come on, you get on YouTube.
All
and
right,
just
sir.
disagree,
I'm about
and
sir,
splitting back.
I'm really not in the mood to listen to you fucking whining.
You are in the mood. Because
Okay,
you
I'm
sit
really
here
not.
every day
Okay,
on
hey.
your YouTube and you talk and you spew shit
Yeah, I
about
guess
Trump
he
and
doesn't
you only point
understand
one
what
side of the
sarcasm
story.
is. It's really hard to teach people that really cannot understand what is going on. Okay? The point I was making, because apparently I have to literally spell it out letter for letter for you. Okay? Is that there is a ton of fucking things in healthcare, okay, that somebody may or may not want their dollars going to, okay, that are still being treated outside of transgender care. Just the same way you're saying, all right, that you don't want your dollars within the healthcare of small group employers in Colorado going to gender affirming care for transgender people. If you go down that rabbit hole of things, then anything that you don't think that you like, okay, now has to be put into a law in order to be taken out because you don't like it. Okay. And what I'm saying is that we should mandate healthcare for things that doctors say people need healthcare for. And if doctors in Colorado, okay, are saying that gender affirming care is important for the health and well-being of their patients, then I want their health insurance to be able to cover that. And if that means that my employee cost goes up, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Just like I don't care if a doctor says that somebody needs a cancer treatment because they were smoking. That was something that they did to themselves, but yet still my insurance costs are going to that. Okay, it has nothing to do with the healthcare costs. It has everything to do with people just wanting to, for some reason, scapegoat and make transgender people bad for no reason.
Well, from a scientific standpoint, it doesn't make sense.
No, from your personal fucking bias, it doesn't make sense. This has nothing to do with science.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm not even going to get on the topic of transgender. I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, I think you understand my point. I mean, I think Trump's doing great. I think he's tough. I do believe the United States needs to keep an imperialistic mindset across the world. I think that's where you and I differ or disagree. I think what's going on in Venezuela is very much a power move. Now, who cares about Venezuela? Most of the people in Venezuela don't even like what's his name. I mean, he's like. So,
arguing for imperialism is fucking wild.
Why?
That's fucking wild.
Why? Do you believe there's good people outside the United States that just want us to be successful? Like, why do you think we're having this conversation today? It's because America was built off a strong military. Like,
sir, advocating for a strong military and advocating for imperialism are two completely different fucking things. And don't try to confuse the two.
Well, what else am I missing? Why don't you like them? Why do you?
Sir, can you define for me what imperialism is?
No, I'm moving on now. Why do you?
I'm fucking not.
Like
can you define for me what imperialism is?
No, I'm going to move on too. I'm not going to play this game with you. I have a question.
He has no idea what imperialism is. He thinks that imperialism means strong military. He doesn't have a clue in fucking hell.
Well, whatever, man. I enjoy talking to you, but I have a question. Why do you sit here every day and, like, what's in it for you? Like, money?
Oh, no. Most of it is just having people like you on.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I bring good entertainment?
No, you actually show like people that maybe were like, you know, not very sure on who they're going to vote for and stuff like that. And then they hear people like you and they're like, oh, I'm an idiot if I vote alongside that guy. Really you are, sir, I'm answering your question. Sir, I'm answering your question. Sir, I'm answering your question. All right, I'll just mute you. That's fine. Sir, when they hear people like you who don't know the difference between imperialism as a strong military, they go, oh, I guess I don't. I guess my side really doesn't have a fucking clue what they're fucking talking about. Okay. So that's what I get out of it, sir. That's what I get out of it. And there's tons of people that are going to watch this and they're going to vote and they're going to do all this sort of stuff based off of what people like you say. So it's pretty awesome. What'd you say?
400 or 5,000 backs people? Because no one else has. I'm making breakfast right now. But the fact that you want to change this conversation to me not knowing what imperialism after you didn't address the fact that Trump has deregulated the nuclear energy.
Sir, I addressed that so specifically. Like, I don't know how I could have addressed it any more specifically. I literally was in full sentences in English, in American English. All right.
Well,
talk to you about the regulation of nuclear energy, about Donald Trump's, horrible anti-clean energy policies. We talked about that specifically. We talked about the lack of cleanliness with fucking nuclear waste that is produced after nuclear energy. We literally talked about all of that just so specifically. And for you to sit here and be like, you didn't want to address any of that shows that you have absolutely either A, no will to actually pay attention to this conversation, or B, you don't have the cognitive ability to be able to keep up with it. I don't know which one, okay? And really, I don't really care to find out.
Oh, come on, man. We got like 30 more minutes. We can keep going. What else?
You think I'm talking to you for 30 more minutes, sir? Every time I bring up a singular fact about anything or try to have a conversation with you about anything, you immediately divert the conversation and then try to straw man whatever I said. That's all you've done this entire time.
your tonality from the standpoint, from the conversation, has been hostile, man. And you're like this to everyone else who doesn't believe in your ideas. We defer on moral things. You can spit hot facts really great, and you know a lot. But I think the moral of it is we are in a great society where Trump is thriving the capitalistic market. Unemployment is at 4%. Okay, great. That's not terrible.
4.6.
4.3, I think the last calculation was.
4.6 as of 2 days ago.
Okay. And
That's
then
the
you
highest
also
it's been
mentioned
since
that
we
under
shut down for
Biden-
COVID, by the way.
Biden and Kamala Harris, that the economy was doing well. We had inflation at 9% towards their peak when they were running. Not only did they lie on the job reports that came out.
Oh,
I mean,
they
couldn't
lied
even-
on the job reports? How'd they lie on the job reports?
Did they or not revise the JOLTS earnings?
They've
all
revised
that?
every jobs report for job creation since the creation of BLS.
Okay, but
Which is
specifically
what
it happened
freaking
two
when
times
was BLS fucking like established, like 50 years ago? They're revising job numbers for Donald Trump's current administration right now, sometimes up, sometimes down. They constantly revise them all the time. That's not lying. That's collecting.
Well,
You probably you don't even understand how. Do you even understand how the jobs numbers are even like calculated?
they're from surveys, but yeah.
They're from surveys. Okay. So you get the surveys back for a certain month, right? And then you bring out the numbers after a certain month. And then the next month, right, you get more of the surveys back for that month. So then you get more information and then you change the numbers. And then the next month you get more of those those surveys back from that same month. And then you change the information. Because as more data is coming in, the data changes. And therefore, you update the job numbers based off that new job data. That's not lying, sir. That's trying to be as accurate as possible. If they were trying to lie on the job numbers, then why wouldn't they have just kept the original job numbers and not reported that their job numbers had changed?
But the economy was arguably the same as it was.
Sir, I asked you a question. I would like you to address my question. If they were trying to lie on the job numbers, why would they lie and then 2 months later come back and say, oops, we made a mistake, and then correct the numbers?
It wasn't 2 months later. I'll have to find
Sorry, a few months later. Why would they come back out and say that they corrected the data?
I don't know, man.
They wouldn't if they were trying to lie, sir. They wouldn't. That would be ridiculous, okay? But they weren't trying to lie. You don't say that the freaking corrections need to be put into the data if you're trying to lie about the data. That doesn't make any sense.
But we can argue, too, that the economy is probably the same from a consumer sentiment, from a business sentiment. We are seeing companies have, more revenue, more profit. But arguably to say that Biden's administration and Trump's administration, the economy is arguably similar. It is not alarming.
You can call it similar if that's what you want, sir. But see, here's the problem with that. Okay, you guys voted in Donald Trump saying that he was going to fix the economy. He said he was going to fix the economy. He said he was going to make things more affordable. He said he was going to bring manufacturing back to the United States. He said he was going to bring jobs back, that companies were going to flood back into the United States. That's what Donald Trump said. And not only have they not done that, but they've gone in the opposite direction of that. Jobs are leaving the United States. Companies are leaving the United States. Nobody's hiring. Inflation is not going down, like he said. He said he ended inflation. It's not happening. Things are not more affordable. Things are not affordable whatsoever. Okay. Donald Trump said affordability is a Democratic hoax. All right. He said groceries are a funny word. Okay. Prices, like, we had an economy that was trending in the right direction. There was a bad time, and I don't know why people for some reason just can't realize, COVID existed. It always has to be like, Biden had inflation at 9%. Let's ignore the global pandemic that caused that for the entire world. Okay. Let's just, for some reason, blame Biden because we want to be just as disingenuous.
Biden,
you literally just did. You just want to be as disingenuous as humanly possible. Okay. And then freaking, but when Donald Trump comes in and does specific things that make things worse, you don't want to give him any credit for it. It's wild.
Well, I think at the end of the day, man, the economy is very similar. So your statement earlier that Trump's economy is worse than Biden's is laughable.
You can be similar and worse.
No, you can't.
Yes, you
either be
can.
worse,
That's literally what the
bad,
word. I
good.
didn't. It's not the same. You can't be the same and
Yeah.
worse, but it's not
Let's go
the
back to
same and
why
worse.
you're
It
here
is
every day.
similar and worse.
I don't think, man.
Do you not
I
know
just-
what the word similar means?
You said similar, worse. It's like an
Similar and
oxymoron.
worse. Yes.
Okay, how can they be similar and worse?
Yeah. So the inflation rate when Donald Trump.
No. How can they be similar and worse? Like that doesn't make
Do
sense.
you
It's
want
either
me
you're
to
the
answer the
same
question or no?
or you're worse. Like what?
You literally don't know what
You
similar
literally
means.
don't
You don't
what?
know what the word similar means, do you?
I just laugh because you sit here every day trying to get voters or something.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. See these two
But-
screws right here? Let me explain. I didn't know I was gonna have to teach the English language on live today. See these two
Please do.
screws? These two screws right here. These two screws
I'm on the phone. How can I
are
see you on
oh no,
FaceTime?
I'm explaining to people that can cognitively track.
You're
These
1,200 people live
These are
broadcasting on
these are
Saturday?
similar. Okay, they're
Yeah.
similar, but they're not the same. Okay, they're similar, but they're not the same. Now they're even kind of replaceable. I could use this one or this one for almost the same task. Okay, but they're not the same.
Okay.
Okay,
I love it, man.
those are different meanings. That's why we have different words.
Would you work with the other girl too?
The other girl. Oh yeah, love her. She's amazing.
How did you guys just like kind of like set this up? Or was it just you?
Yeah,
two, or-
me and that other girl. We just set all this up in our spare time.
Well, no, no, it's not your spare time. It's like fully your job. You're always on.
It's not.
Dude, you're like you live stream 24/7.
Yep, you nailed it. I live stream 24/7. I actually in
probably
2
have- why
years
do you
I
do it?
actually
Why do you do
haven't
this?
I actually haven't slept. That's actually pretty funny. In 2 years I actually haven't slept. I've actually been consistently streaming since 2023. 24/7. I haven't taken a I've gone to the bathroom. I
Every
haven't
time I see
eaten.
you, man, you're
Okay.
talking to people. That must be exhausting.
Talking
I
to
would-
people like
if I
you
were your
sometimes.
dude- No, I'm just gonna be real with you at this point. Like, you obviously talk to a lot of people. That probably gets really tiring.
No,
then
it's
you
not talking to
probably
a
have
lot
the
of
same
people that's tiring.
conversation.
It's literally talking to people like you that's tiring.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
pe-
I feel like it's every time I talk, I like, you know, on YouTube Shorts how you can just scroll, right? And then I've seen you guys like almost every week for the past like year, and I'm just trying to figure out like, one, obviously you probably don't like talking to Trump supporters, so why do you do it?
I
And
do.
two,
I
you
do
really-
like talking to Trump supporters, but I like talking to people that are actually like genuine, right? To people that actually want to actually have a conversation. Maybe somebody who wants to learn something they didn't know or something like that, or maybe actually give me a new viewpoint that I didn't know anything about, right? That I actually really do enjoy. Okay, but talking to people like you, okay,
Like me.
yeah, talking to people like you really truly is exhausting,
That's like
right?
90% of your calls.
It's not.
If you, well, then why didn't you hang up?
Why should I?
I don't know.
Sir,
If
you
don't
are
like
the
talking to
best
people like me.
advertisement for voting Democratic in the midterms. You are
That's
literally
fantastic. I
you
don't
are
think I have to worry about
literally
that.
the best advocate for making sure we have checked power on Donald Trump. Guys, I would like all of you guys out there to really realize like this guy votes. Okay? So
I do
you
vote.
please don't miss it all, right? He's a fan. Apparently, he's been listening to me for over a year. And I assume the other girl he's talking about is Ari, right? So he's been listening to myself and Ari streaming apparently 24/7 for a year, right? Has heard all of this stuff, all of the data, all of the different articles, have literally
No,
heard
it was
all of
more
this
of like
stuff
a, you
and
know,
has
when
spent
you-
zero time
on TikTok,
looking
you just
into
float through the
any of
text.
it, right? Has spent zero time trying to educate himself or make himself better or try to, be a better human being or a better
Why does it even
voter
matter?
or
Because
any of these
it's
things,
more-
right? He is simply just tucked himself in his little dum-dum cocoon, okay? And just coiled up in there and just made it his own. But I do appreciate you being a fan, okay? You're probably more consistently listening to me
I would say
than most people, okay?
not
But
a fan,
you are
but, like,
right.
when
You are right.
scroll
You
on
are
TikTok, just
exhausting,
see 'em.
okay? And I would rather not talk to you anymore, so I'm not going to.
Alrighty.
Okie dokie. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Raging Butterfly, thank you so much for the 6-7. I appreciate that. Jaded with the high five. Marcus with the high five. I really, really appreciate you guys. Mishi, thank you so much for the snow globe. And I missed the other snow globes, and I can't find them. If you guys sent a snow globe, thank you so much. I can't find you quick enough. Jaded, thank you so much for the high five. And Verillion said, if Color, for the $5, said, if Color listened more than he spoke, he'd understand more. Yes, he should definitely try that at some point in ever. He should definitely try that at some point ever. We're going to try and move on to the next caller. I really appreciate it. Again, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. All right. Subscribe, turn on notifications. All right. Help support the live. Keeps things like this going. So I really, really appreciate that. If you're new here, thank you. We do this every single day, but usually Fridays and sometimes Sundays if the charters are on. Kayla, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Says, is the other girl similar to Ari? The other girl might be similar to Ari. Yeah, she might be similar. Not the same, but similar. Definitely not the same, but similar. And Santa Cruz, thank you so much for the hot cocoa. Thank you so much. I got my coffee's not even hot anymore, so I got it. That. Star, thank you so much for the flower. And Chris Katz, thank you so much for the 6-7. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Oh, does Ari know about this other girl? Yeah, she knows about her. They're similar. They're similar. That's crazy. Yeah, I really need this Gatorade is not going down quick enough for me. We just had some callers. We're gonna see if anybody comes back real quick. We just did have some. I don't know, Deb. I actually don't know. Hello, how are you? All right, goodbye. You need some matcha? Dude, I could, that actually does sound good. That actually does sound good. I'm not even gonna lie. Who's this person? That was weird. Hello? Hello?
I wasn't trying to join.
Oh, no worries, man. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no worries. Ooh, the surfer. All right, so this is what I think this is what Texas A&M or Miami. That game should have already started. I had a hard time picking that. I really did. I had a hard time picking on that one. I think I took Miami, but I don't even know who's winning. All right, this is what we're gonna do. 0-0 still. I'm gonna do a little bit of time for friendlies. I think is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a little bit of time where if you're a friendly, you can call in and hang out and have a conversation with a little bit. We're not gonna do like super, super long ones, but we're gonna do a little bit of friendly time. I'm gonna start the friendly time like this, and then what I'm going to do eventually is probably move it to a sub only. So 1 second though, I am gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then we'll start friendlies time. Sound good? Is that fair? Hold on, you guys are calling already. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the restroom first, then we'll have friendlies time. It's not gonna be for super long, but we'll do it for a little bit. I'm also gonna see if I can click this on real quick. You guys have been asking me for a little friendlies time, so we're gonna do it. Why won't you let me do that? Or I guess I can't do it. That's stupid. Anyways, I'll be right back. All right. I was trying to click this thing over to like let's do a, I think I can do it like this. And then we're going to go there. And there we go. We're going to do a little members only mode real quick over there. I was going to do a super fans only chat over here too, but if for some reason it's not letting me click on it. I don't know why. All right. Now we will open things up. Let's start with, we'll go over here. Actually, move the phone line real quick so I can bring up Ruby. I see Ruby in there. We'll let Ruby come up and talk for a sec. Maybe. There we go.
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Ruby? How you doing, man?
Nothing. I haven't spoke to you in a long time. You don't do friendlies often.
I don't do them as often as I used to, but I'm trying to get better. I've been reprimanded.
Well, overall, I interact with Ari more only because she doesn't take friendlies either, but she does interact as a guest on many other lives, which you tend to not, because I assume you're working your real job, even though people like to pretend this is your real job. I know you have an actual job, and obviously Ari does too, but I guess she gets more time. She usually
gets
in the parking lot with the wind blowing, but she's got to go up on like facts and other people's lives because she's got plenty of knowledge to bring.
Oh yeah,
to make arguments. So,
I get annoyed. I can't talk enough.
Well, the problem is I don't like it when you two guys are on at the same time. It's like my parents are getting divorced and I have to choose which person to live with.
Well, I actually did mention this not too long ago. Is that we are going to start doing some more joint content. So there will be nights when we're both on together.
Yeah, like last night she was kind of sneaking in behind you while you were on a phone call. I saw.
Yeah. But we're actually have like a full setup with like where we're actually together, taking calls and having conversations together, like on a live. So we're hopefully we can get into that right around the beginning of the year. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Cool. And if your meetups ever make it up to New York City, I'll definitely be there.
I would love to go I've actually never been to New York City.
Oh, you gotta come check it out.
Yeah, I would love to go. That will definitely have to be a summer thing though. Y'all are way too cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. But you get to enjoy. But there was something about Manhattan and Christmas and Rockefeller Center Tree and all that stuff. But yeah, it can get, especially from someone like you who's used to living in Florida, it could get a little brutal.
I've lived in very cold places, and I didn't enjoy it. That's why I moved back to Florida.
But then again, you got to live in Florida, so you know.
That's true. There are always the negatives.
I spent a 5-year sentence, I call it, in Staten Island, which is the only area of New York City that's Republican, and that wasn't fun. But you know, you make do.
Yeah. Yep. I live in a pretty Republican part of Florida, but hey, it's all right. It's fine. Yeah. Nobody really bothers me. So
all right, I'll let you go. Get to the other guys. I just wanted to say hi and
yeah, Ruby, you have a good one, man.
I'm still listening to you all the time, even though we don't interact much anymore.
That's good. It was good to hear from you, man. I hope you have a good one, all right?
Yep. Take care, man.
You too. All right. I'm gonna open up these phone lines, see who we got over here too. Yeah, I want to go do like meet and greets everywhere. And like as long as I think if I can get right now, I'm like, if I can get like a confirmed like 10 people for a place where I'm like 10 people will be here at the meet and greet, I'll probably go. I think that's a fair number. Right? If I can know for sure that 10 people will be in there, I think I'd probably go. I think that's a super fair number. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How's your day going? Going good?
Pretty good. And just to ask real quick so I don't misunderstand, is it only members that are supposed to call in?
No. Anybody can call in. I just added members for the chat to give my mods a break.
Oh, okay. I can understand that. You get a lot of, let's say, you get a lot of crap in your chat sometimes.
Yeah. That just lowers down the YouTube chat for a bit, so my mods can chill out and talk and hang out too.
All right. First, I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate your approach. That even though, my views are very much aligned with yours already, you've helped me to better understand and clarify my own way of thinking by focusing on the data, by looking up the evidence. And I feel like once we get all of our feelings out of the way, that's how we get to the truth. And so I really appreciate you taking that approach.
Absolutely. And I do feel like feelings are not invalid either, right? Like there's nothing wrong with having your feelings towards things, but we got to start with the data first, and then we can decide what our feelings are about reality. If we don't start from the spot of reality of the data, then we're just, we're being emotional for no reason, right? I guess I'll put it that way.
Right. And we need to learn also to tell the difference between a feeling and a fact. I've noticed that a lot of the callers seem to be struggling with that, the difference between feeling and a fact. I hate Donald Trump that's a feeling I have about him, but the facts are found in the actions that have been made, the records that we have, and we need to stop being lazy and wanting to be entertained and actually go digging and say, is this true or is this just on the news?
Yeah, and not all news sources are factual. It is actually can be somewhat difficult to find a good news source and stuff like that that's actually reporting things completely. I mean, you're seeing it even now from traditionally very respected news organizations, right? That are sane washing a lot of things that are going on with Trump. That want to use kid gloves. They don't want to say anything too harsh about him because they're afraid, that Trump's going to stick the FCC on them or call them out or something like that. So you're seeing it across the board. And I think that's really why, like independent media and other, forms of getting your news is really important. And things like ground news and other places where you can see multiple sources at the same time.
Right. And that's where I'm at right now is I'm trying to find what is the most reliable news sources. I've noticed you've mentioned several times on your chat you dislike CNN, it seems, about as much as Fox News. Would you say then that CNN basically is Fox News, but for Democrats?
No. I mean, as much as I do dislike CNN, it's nowhere near my hatred for Fox News. Fox News is on its they're on a little platform all by themselves. No, I think that CNN has fallen into this need to be just centrist beyond facts, right? So if Donald Trump does something horrible, instead of just saying Donald Trump is doing something horrible, they just want to talk about they just avoid that as something horrible and then kind of report outside of that, right? Or if Donald Trump gives a giant speech, right? And in the speech he says something just insane, right? If he says something insane, CNN will report on other things that he said in the speech, but not focus on the absolutely horrific thing that he said, right? And so it's just not a spot where we can talk about things from a like you said, from a factual standpoint, right? I need to know everything that Trump said, and that way we can make our judgments and opinions and all that sort of stuff based on the legitimacy of what he says. If we ignore certain parts of it because it doesn't make him, because it looks bad, or CNN's afraid they're going to be, come after them for being, partisan or something like that, then we lose the entire point of the reporting to begin with. And I think that's what CNN is. It's not a Fox News just goes and Fox News just lies. I think CNN just more omits, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. It's like saying if there's a massive pile of poo in the middle of the room, Fox will claim that it's actually a great big beautiful mountain of gold.
Yep.
And CNN will say, but can't we just look over there instead?
Yeah, you know what else is in that room? Some flowers. And I thought that they did a great job putting those flowers, those flowers that were on top of this pile of unknown substance that was getting away. Like that's what it feels like to me. Yeah.
I feel like it's also very difficult to dig into getting the root of the facts. Like for instance, I've heard that recently judges have overturned Trump's decision or his proposed plan for homelessness. And when I look into it, I'm having a hard time finding out exactly what that plan even is, other than that Trump is more in support of putting up temporary emergency shelters and funding the police, and that he was turned down because of the laws that are currently standing that prioritize permanent shelter. But I cannot find anything more than those broad statements. And I was wondering if you had read anything on that and what your opinion was.
So I haven't looked anything into the recent judge's decision, so I don't know anything about that. I know his original plan was to pretty much create literal like internment camps. Like he wanted to, he wanted to pretty much physically remove homeless people from, from the street, and against their will, either put them in these, like makeshift, tent cities, or jail them, right? And pretty much give them a choice between jail or living someplace, completely different against their will, right? Which, I mean, sounds like jail to me. I don't know how there's much of a difference from that. But exactly, like, I know that was he was originally planned. He has temporary emergency shelters for no homeless. I don't know. I don't know what that means by that. But anyways, regardless, someone's trying to tell me something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that doesn't fix the problem. That doesn't help the problem. And you can't just, displace people just for being, without a house. And that's what he was trying to do. And I'm sure that whatever that decision was probably something against that.
Okay, that's just, wow. That is, it's not only concerning what it is, but to me, it's concerning that the news that I'm able to dig through might be looking in the wrong places. Like that's something that I would want to pop out first thing, is information like that, and that you have to look so hard to find it. Or like I said, maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. I was hoping, would you give me and, all the viewers some tips as far as what's the best news sources to go to? I know obviously, just like the numbers you get from like the Board of Labor Statistics.
Yeah, sure.
Pay attention to, the U.S. Census, that kind of information taking. But is there any like major change that you would go to first?
Yeah.
I mean, not first, like over the numbers, but go to before you go to CNN.
Well, I'll go anywhere before I go to CNN. I'll walk out my door and ask my neighbor before I go to CNN. No, but no, I mean, there's just specifically people that report, very well. You have AP News, which is usually quite factual. Reuters is very factual. New York Times is really good as long as you stay out of the editorials, right? Their editorials and stuff like that are very left-leaning bias, but their reporting is actually incredibly solid. BBC does good stuff. Politico does some good stuff. And then, like I said, I've plugged them before. Ground News is actually excellent also. It is behind a paywall, but Ground News takes all of those news sources and puts them all into one. And for you guys who have never seen Ground News, I guess I can show you real quick. Obviously, I don't know if you'll see it or not. Let's see which one. All right. So here's a good one right here. So this is U.S. seizing second vessel near Venezuela after Trump's blockade threat. Right. So that's what it looks like. Right. And I can see, like straight off the top, United States intercepted and seized a vessel in international waters off of Venezuela's coast. The action follows President Trump's recent announcement of a blockade targeting sanctioned oil tankers entering or leaving Venezuela. This is the second tanker seizure near Venezuela in recent weeks and comes amid an expanded U.S. military presence in the region, right? So just straight facts. Then it tells you what the percentage of news sources that are reporting on it. So like the blue one is left-leaning sources, the red one is right-leaning sources, and the white is what's considered central sources, right? Then it actually shows you which ones are actually reporting on it, and you can actually see any of those sites, right? To be able to see who's actually reporting on what, and then I can just like click on it, right? And so I just clicked on the website from the Independent. I clicked on the little icon for the Independent, and it literally just brings up the article exactly where it's pulling that, and you can actually see the whole article from that site, right? So it's a good because you can see it from all different sites. You can see it from all different places. You can see like, obviously, like this is being reported heavily by the left, because the left wants, our possibly soon to be war in Venezuela to be heavily reported, where the right doesn't seem to be very concerned with this war. And it'll even tell you like the factuality basis on it. And it'll tell you how factual the reporting is and who's based off of who's reporting on it and stuff like that. And it does that for pretty much every for everything. Like here's a whole thing on Bill Clinton, a Clinton spokesperson coming out talking about how he's trying to make Donald Trump's trying to make Bill Clinton the scapegoat. Sorry, I know I said that wrong. I said that wrong. No, red is right leaning. You're wrong, Ari. Anyways, so anywho, and so and it just reports on it all the way through. So, anyways,
that is absolutely amazing. And if you don't mind me asking just one more question and kind of making a point, I don't know if you've seen The Handmaid's Tale, but I'm wondering why are we as an American collective, that just everyone in the nation, no matter what your political affiliation, I feel like everyone should be terrified by what happened and what could have happened on January 6th. That we were able to have this domestic terrorist attack, and people are trying so hard either to pretend it didn't happen, or it wasn't significant, or it didn't matter because it didn't succeed, without realizing that is literally the plot of A Handmaid's Tale. It could have been bad. Or am I just too worried about this?
So I'm not gonna lie, I actually haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale. I actually truly haven't. But we definitely should be worried about January 6th. I mean, I think that we should not only be concerned that it happened, but we should also be concerned that it could happen again. Right? Like that there is going to be another election, that Donald Trump is not going to want to give up power again if the election doesn't go the way that he wants. So yeah, I mean, we should definitely be concerned about that, but I think that we're so far off of that. I think that people are just so focused on like what's going on now with the here and now and stuff like that. And I guess we just kind of have to worry about then. I think we should be worried about that. I think we should be worried about Elon Musk's comments, talking about how Donald Trump wouldn't have won the election without him, and what that actually entailed and what actually happened with that. So I think we have so much to be concerned about when it comes to what happened on January 6th and the pardons and all that sort of stuff that we need to be just cognizant of,
Right, which Elon Musk, to be fair, he taught us all a valuable lesson, which is the only true qualification for working in a high government office is to have enough money.
Yeah, it's something that that I guess we kind of knew prior, but he made it very obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, he just made it. He made it a lot more.
At least I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, at least up until that point, it felt like you had to at least have a thin veneer of some kind of expertise in the field, some qualification. Trump
Some
took
experience.
that, and Elon Musk, in my opinion, destroyed it.
Yeah.
You know, no, it's all a billionaires club. We're just, it sometimes feels like in Congress, all they're really doing is fighting over, you know, how to distribute the leftovers after taking the lion's share.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. We definitely, you know, this we're definitely living in, you know, almost like an oligarchy, you know what I'm saying, in this country, and I think that has become very obvious. And I think we can get out of it. We just have to we have to elect people in that are not part of that, and then force them to renegotiate how we do business in the country. And I think that that's really important for us to move forward as a country. I really, really do. But hey, I'm going to get off the phone with you and keep this thing going. But I hope you have a wonderful day. All right.
I will. Thank you, and thank you for talking to me. Have a great one.
Absolutely. You too. Bye bye. All right, y'all. I'm actually gonna end the friendlies time for a bit. I think I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. I might just do a friendlies only live tomorrow. I'm not sure. I really do, because that was kind of fun. I actually did enjoy talking about that. So I might just do a friendlies only live tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I might do something like that. Make sure you're in the Discord. Join the Discord. And I'll figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. I definitely want to do more. I want to do a longer amount, but I've been on for like almost 3 hours, so I'm getting tired. So I think I'm gonna do some more friendlies time tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be all friendlies time, but I'm definitely gonna do more friendlies time tomorrow. Yeah, and we'll just kind of keep this thing going. That way I can get some friendlies in here. All right. Well, I hope you guys all enjoy your day. I'm gonna go get some lunch and get more Gatorade because I'm still dehydrated. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. All right. Have a good one.